No, he said 5 minutes.
He says, I mean, we're watching. We are not watching stream, so may as well ask for 30-minute delay. That's what he said to me.
No.
No,
I'm
that
not
sounds like
doing nothing
extent.
for 30 minutes. Also, I restarted the stream already, so just
Okay,
FYI.
yeah, no, it's fine.
Um, I'm just replying to some people in the chat.
So good. I just let the competitors know the round 2's up, so I can do their bans.
Okay, I got invited.
Hello?
Hello,
Hey, how's it
it's
going?
Lemon. Hey,
Yay!
Lemon.
Lemon is here. All right, let me start the stream in Discord. Here we have the spinning card back. We have a Karathi Heat Wave with a Northern Realms card back. How is this chosen? Do you know, Lemon?
Isn't it always Heatwave for tournament? Or is it? I think I've seen Heatwave in Percival. I'm not sure.
Why is it Northern Realms? Is it because that's the last deck I was playing? That
I
would
have
make
no
sense.
clue.
That's what I was. I was playing a Golden Necker and R deck with mobilization, and
Yeah,
this,
that might make sense
and
then.
that's the board that I chose for that deck. So
Is Heatwave your favorite card?
no, right now it's at the Parasite because my chat are sadistic and they want to bother everyone.
I
So
do not like the art of Parasite.
no, on Shinmeri's stream you cannot set it to Parasite.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Shinmiri has a particular thing against Parasites
Yes,
in
I think
particular.
it like physically revolts him. Like, or he's a revolt. I don't know what the correct grammar is there. Anyway, he has a reaction to seeing a worm in somebody's eye, which is understandable.
Really, I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy.
I don't want to kink shame you here, RestoKiki, but most people don't like that. All right, so game starting. We got vampires. Oh, what is this
Yep.
list? Oh my eyes! It's an Iron Knight list. I will have to hold my tongue. Why is Wilson doing this? I mean, it's blue coin, but I have seen this list on the ladder, and it puzzled me to know. Whoa, no, never mind. I have not seen this list. At least this one has Sabbath. All right, if you're gonna play non-rent free, at least play Sabbath. The Iron Knights, it's a special, so fine. I mean, Heatwave is what I would have gone with, but Iron Knight's fine. There's also an Igni, which is very interesting.
Yeah, Igni and Surrender.
Yes, Surrender makes sense because Reavers are a thing and Nilfgaard. Well, you don't care about armor really. It's just for Reavers.
Yeah, I think so. Which, is there many Reavers in this tournament? I didn't see many.
No. We do have Arcane Tome as the tutor, not Wispus, but instead we have a Lemons instead of a Squirrel. We also have a Vial and Roach. Typically, these are not cards I would have seen in the Sabbath deck, since you have a lot of tutors anyway. But we open with Decree into Operator into Flutter. That's standard. I'll be curious to see what they use the Crest Scroll for.
So on Kyle's side, clearly the poisons will be quite important to deal with all these fletters. I don't know if you'll be using Kalkstein much to just get rid of the bleeding. Perhaps that could be worth it sometimes.
Yeah, usually I found it's not worth it unless it's like to protect an engine that you need to live. But Gellert purifies himself, so you don't want to purify the Scarabs. That leaves like Roland, I guess. And it might only really be worth doing it on like the 4 bleed from Unseen Elder, but this list doesn't have an Oriana, so it's not like the
And
value
there's
of
also
bleeds is
no
doubled.
Droggery either, so you're not scared about saving your Purify for that lock.
True. Right, second flitter comes down with second leader charge. Wilson is wasting no time, and you know that's pretty expected because against the Golden Neck or Poison deck, you really want to win round 1.
Yeah.
As
And
vampires.
also, look at this Thor. This Thor is perfect at playing around the poisons.
It is. I would expect this to be used on Unseen Elder. Or Defender.
And with the Tunnel Draw out already, Unseen Elder is much more likely to stick in a future round.
That's true, but you will need to Lemons it, because right now it is the tallest unit in the graveyard.
I'm gonna have to resetting my phone so I can watch the stream.
Awesome.
I'll be back.
And it is growing. It's already at 3. And I guess that's part of the reason you just jam the Fletters. But then you run into this problem, which is that Fletters against Syndicate are a massive liability.
Yeah.
There looks like he's going to poison one and drill the other one down.
Yeah, it would take 3 leader charges to kill this Fletter, but if you want to win the round, it's probably worth it.
Yeah, because it's gonna. I mean, it could grow by 6, right? Do they have any? Yeah, they have an Undying Thirst. They have a Feast of Blood.
Oops, not too, which to be fair, I understand as well. Because if you're expecting this Thor to come out, well, unless you use the last leader charge, you're not really growing that 4 power Fletter anyways. So there's not a huge rush to actually finish it off.
I mean, I disagree. Because this happens, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was only if the Thor comes out. If
Plus,
we have
there's
the
a Peller.
Defender, well, yeah.
Like, and
yeah, the Defender, well, protects both of them, obviously. And with no Calcine in hand, this is looking quite rough for Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I should probably just say Brighthead.
I didn't even know that, like, in Twitch, they're just one word, all same case, so I was calling him Covery Head. Which I'm 100% sure is completely incorrect, so whatever you think is best is what I'm going to say.
Brighthead is probably the safer bet.
Ah, because that's a unit. That's right.
Yeah, Scoia'tael in particular, which is fitting with like the player icon as well.
Oh, look at that. That's the level of analysis that no one else brings to the table. Avatar analysis. I hope CDPR is paying attention. So, is this a shady vendor? Yeah. It's weird. I don't see the card. First we see the tribute decision, then the card comes down.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That's what the opponent sees, but like, I don't know. I'm still getting used to the observer versus playing a game.
Yeah, so since we see the shakedown come out there instead of the dip in the Pontar, it's pretty clear Riot's just given up trying to get through this defender, trying to put as many proactive points on their side of the board so that they can keep up. And this is getting a little bit awkward for Wilson in what he can play here. Does he go Tome to get another bleeding trigger?
Yeah.
Peller's not doing awfully much, Thor's not doing awfully much because there's this defender in the way. Could even Arendite to kill Gellert here. That seems.
That's what I would do. I would never want to play Tome when I don't have any other way to guarantee Sabbath. Like, there's no Maxi in this. There's no Oniro. That's your win con. You do not play this in round 1.
And especially since you also open up the possibility into double fist tech for Vryhead, which would be quite bad at getting through defender. Well, bad for Wilson, good for Vryhead.
Yeah. He really wants to win round 1 so he can drop Gellert in round. Yeah, that's the Iron Knight comes down, kills the Gellert. He needs to banish Gellert and Tunnel Drill now. If I'm Ryehead, if I had, Kalkstein, I'd drop that too if I had Roland. Like, the more cards they have to banish, the more awkward it gets. Because the longer they wait, if they go long round 3 or whatever, or if they're bleeding in round 2, they're guaranteed to lose last say, which means their Regis dies. Gets tricky. Ryehead is just bleeding him in round 1. It's very interesting. But poison comes down on the defender. Now he can play the Thaw on the defender and not feel terrible about it.
This is one of those cases that Thor is just so much better than Pella.
Yeah.
Saving the poison defender.
I mean, putting Veil on your defender against this Poison Kecker type deck in like round 3 is so dirty and effective that, like, I imagine Wilson's a little sad that he had to use it here, but at the same time, it's not like there was anything else he could have used. So, or that he wanted to play. So he's probably relieved.
So I wonder if we just see the Siri Nova come out here.
Yeah, let's see what it is. And Wilson still can't pass, right? But he's got the Peller, so that's perfect for him. Oof. This is looking very good for Wilson. Or as good as it can.
Yeah, you probably would have preferred a Feast of Blood there, to be honest, but Pella still gets rid of the resilience, which is what you want.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll see the Lost Leader charge come out here to try and just make sure that Wilson stays ahead here. Because Pella is relatively slow at only 4 points.
Yeah, but he's ahead by 13.
Yeah.
And the Last Leader charge in a Sabbath deck is you really don't want to use it. Because
true.
I mean, it's different against Poison, but like when I played a lot of Sabbath and Off the Books or Jackpot or Meta, you always wanted to have the Last Leader charge because if you didn't, they could kill Defender and your Fletters all in one turn. Or you could just, because you were dealing with like Junior and Professor and stuff like that. You want to get them as tall as possible, as fast as possible. And killing a 4 is so much easier for Syndicate than killing a 7. Right?
Yeah.
But in this game, I don't know. Oh! That poison was so painful. I guess I just played it for coins, but it still looked so painful. Now they wish they had done this before.
Yeah.
But they are winning on even now.
Yeah.
So Wilson is forced to play Tome here. You cannot lose on even. You cannot play Regis.
That's a recipe for disaster. Giving them the long round and the double loss say.
Yeah. And there's no decree in this deck, so he can't grab Unseen Elder. That's what I would want to do here. Because Unseen Elder would have played for 6 plus 8 plus 2. Right? That's 16 points added, and then you're forcing them to like Golden Necker if they want the round. At which point you're fine with losing on even potentially. Since you have Sabbath and balance.
Yeah, the Discord stream's not working for me. It's probably something with my phone.
Gotcha.
It's fine though. I'll just watch the stream, be on delay. I won't comment too much.
No worries. Hope your stuff gets sorted soon. Looks like it's gonna be Undying Thirst. Oh. That's a bit greedy. I mean, knowing the hands, he's gonna be fine. Wait. Do you ever play Tunnel? Do you ever play Azar here and like a Stolen Mutagens?
I think you do.
Looks like it. Azar's coming down. Could even just be an Eventide, honestly.
Yeah,
that's why I said that was very, very greedy not playing the 6 lead.
Yeah.
Because he would have had 6 more points. Or
3 more, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, 3 more points.
Which, to be fair, wouldn't have made the difference here.
True.
You are worthy neither of mercy nor forgiveness.
And here lies the problem with Sabbath Lamps. There are cards you cannot play in round 1, but you have to win round 1. Chat's making fun of me for not seeing that it's a cave Ryehead. Duh. Wow. Like cave troll, but cave Ryehead. We are so dumb.
Can I ask what cards can't you play in round 1 for vampires?
Sabbath. Your tutor for Sabbath. Incubus if your deck runs that, although yeah, because your Incubus would block a Flutter. And then against anyone with Graveyard Hit, you don't want to play your Antelope. You also can't play Regis for obvious reasons, but he's forced to here. He'll still be okay, but now his Sabbath will always get him Regis and Defender and like 1 Flutter, which is not as good. He also should be said that the second Flutter was from Operator, and he mulliganed his Megascope. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess he thought it was too slow now.
Bottom with Curse Scroll.
Eesh. I don't know, man. Against Syndicate, like I assume my flitters are gonna die. I would have made as many flitters as possible round 1, so that when I leader charge, it affects it. But he couldn't do that because it's too slow for Erendite, and this is why I'm not a fan of Erendite in this kind of deck. It creates conflicts between your win con at like the optimal path for your Sabbath versus the optimal path for your Erendite. I like Erendite in decks that are not combo decks. You can play any card anytime and you can just focus on. Or at least your combos all come with points like the Knights deck in NR. The other thing about... Go ahead, sorry.
Sorry. I was just going to say, it's also quite unfortunate we've not seen the Unseen Elder here from Wilson yet. Using, I believe it was Decree turn 1 onto the Operator.
Yeah.
Means that this Elder is still stuck in deck, not helping these Flutters grow bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and the classic like Neomon Sabbath deck had Decree and it had ADC. So 2 tutors, 1 for Regis or your other tall card, right? Your defender or whatever. He was lucky enough that he... I guess if you're playing on Blue Coin, this deck is probably fine since you have Curse Scroll. But on this, I don't think Wilson will play this deck much on Red Coin if he has any choice. So he did get the Golden Necker out, right?
Yeah, that was our Golden Necker turn.
And Erendite is at 11, so that's pretty good. Let's give him removal that he didn't have otherwise. I don't know if Surrender will do much, so I expect we'll see that gone. No Sabbath yet. And no Unseen Elder. And no Igni. Oh my god. There are 4 cards in his deck that he wanted. And 3 cards in his hand that he didn't want. Oh, he gets the Sabbath.
Look at these Brookses just showing up.
Yeah, just
taking up all this space.
What is he thinking about? Kikabruxa. On what planet do you not... 6, 8? I guess maybe you kick the lemons. If you're feeling brave. If you believe in the heart of the cards. Wait. Why didn't he use his last mulligan?
Maybe scared of the Megascope being drawn.
So what? You're getting a Flutter back.
Maybe scared of like the Igni knot.
Oh no, he's not, because he had to play his Incubus previous round. That's another thing.
Yeah.
When you play Incubus before your Sabbath is pretty bad. It's going to give him Regis, Cave Troll, and Incubus. That's garbage.
Pure points. So Sabbath has probably played it last turn.
Yeah.
Trying to maximize the Erendite value here.
Good luck with that. Because bleeds don't count, right? They happen during your opponent's turn. So your bleeds never help with Erendite. He's thinking about whether or not he's going to Erendite the roll in, and I wouldn't blame him if he did. But that would create a very tall Levens.
Wait,
Which it can't be poisoned in one
can-
turn, though, right? He could just Sabbath the defender in front of it as soon as he got.
yeah, you can Sabbath Defender.
There's a Kalkstein, so it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he even takes the
If
bleed
it was
away.
later in the round, you could make it a bit awkward with like having to have all these cards in hands played in certain orders, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I also don't know if that Kalkstein click was correct there. 2 for 2 when you have a drill. When you have a, candle. And you know Wilson doesn't have a toe, then you know his Erendite would be bigger than 5. So it doesn't really...
Yeah, and it's not like the bleeding was building the Unseen Elder anymore. Sorry, not the Unseen Elder, the Regis.
I am a great artist.
Here comes the Erendite.
Yeah,
Boosts the
there's no
Bruxer.
point Sabbathing there because you'd rather just poison the
Yeah.
defender to death because it's 7 instead of 6. A lot of coins here from Briarhead. Yeah, actually killing the Marl is great because that means the 1 less poison means that this Bruxer at 12 is safe.
Yeah. Yeah, Wilson might win this, after all. Getting the kicker out round 2 was very big. So I guess his decision
And
to play
also not
Regis
going
was
down
correct.
a card. Like if I had 1 more point in that round too, I believe, or 1 or 2 more points, Wilson would have been down a card here, but with that not being the case,
Yeah.
going to this round 3 on equal footing, it's looking quite likely that Wilson should take this here.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
think Sabbath should play for 7. Can banish 1 more card to make sure it does.
Yep, played for 11.
There you go, the point slam Sabbath coming in clutch.
Just enough. 4 is all you need. Nice.
Cool.
So Wilson takes the first game.
Yeah. So Wilson wins with the Vamps. With his Nilfgaard being banned, that leaves his Self-Wound now to have to win 1 of 2 remaining matches.
Yeah, and
This
it's going to
is
be against
not one
Line
of the Golden
Pockets
Mecha.
and against Guerrilla Tactics from Briarhead.
Yeah, this is more of like the older style Self-Wound. You're running the Fukusha, Ineromancy, Newton Sigvald. We also have this Olgierd Immortal poking out, which is quite nice to see. A tech for Reavers, obviously, but not running into any Reavers, that's not going to be as useful as it might be in other matchups.
Yeah, Briarhead's Line Pockets is also the same. Oh, I guess it's the one we just saw. The Guerrilla Tactics deck of Wilson is just standard Harmony with Waters and Yurden. And Saskia. Zoltan. No Simless.
How good is Erden against Self-Wound?
I mean, if you have last say, it's really good.
Yeah. But you need that last say, obviously, to get rid of the Sigvald boost.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I mean, priests perhaps could be a valid target. Otherwise,
Interesting there's no defender, so Olgierd has taken the spot of defender in most self-wound decks, it looks like. Harmony has, what? 2, 3 poisons? But there's a Gremist that will have to be dealt with. Shouldn't be too hard since it's roll locked.
but the fact that the Gremist gets at least 1 guaranteed Purify and the Harmony should only be running 3 poisons means they need to have all 3 poisons to really get around that Purify.
Yeah, which means he can't kill a 6. Without Saboteurs.
Yeah.
Or some... I guess Zoltan can kill a 7. Swordmaster could potentially, but... That's rough. Saskia gets grabbed with Curse Scroll. Wonder what he'll put at the bottom. I'm guessing a chameleon or a dwarf.
Mhm. Most likely Berserk, I'd be guessing.
Is
For one of the
chameleon.
chameleons at the bottom.
Because the one that Saskia pulls is random, and he already has a beast in hand, so he wants a beast. Wow. That is going to be interesting, yeah. Because Self Wound can't really kill lots of small units, right? So
No.
chameleons were going to get value.
I mean, you could offensive martyr him, but
That's. I mean, sometimes
probably
I
not
can see
worth it.
certain situations, but that's more points. But compared to martyrdom on a Sigil plays for like
Yes.
yes, isn't it 21 points on a Sigil? Not counting the value it
Something
gives
like
to
that.
your canoe.
It's also interesting to note that this Ceres is in hand for Wilson here, which you usually prefer as a self-win player, because this means you're not worried about the Ceres coming out round 1, and you're able to make use of the order in the round 2, round 3, and also have more tempo to defend a potential bleed.
Yeah, and you pointing that out made me notice that Olgierd, because I remember in round 1 when I didn't want my Ceres to get charges, I would put a Drakkar next to Melusine because they also don't take damage. Olgierd does the same thing for Melusine. Melusine's gaining base power, but not. I mean, this Ceres is in hand, but even if it wasn't deck right now, it would not have ticked.
Mhm. So I guess we could even see the priest coming out on the left to Olgierd as well. That's giving a solid 3 points per turn for Wilson, passively. So what do we think Ryehead will want to save the poisons for? If Melusine is deployed to gain the Veil, so if it gets righted back, then it's a valid poison target then.
I would do Canute. Well, I guess you kill Canute with Zoltan. Never mind. I was just looking to see if there's a Sigdrifa, and obviously there is. And there's a Fukusia. Canute comes down round 1. That is very interesting.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh, the 5? Yeah. I've been running into Danarize Golden Necker self-win a lot on the ladder, and they just this becomes a 5-point a turn engine. But he doesn't leader it, so he's like fine with it taking an extra turn. If you had Zoltan, would you kill these two here?
Probably could. Probably would, because 5 points per turn is quite scary. You should be able to shut down the Nerd though once it gets damaged a little bit more.
What? I guess he's
Okay.
Wilson is playing some very creative strategies.
I guess was just expecting the nuke to die if it got low anyways, so it's fine to buff it up.
Yeah. Usa with Vile.
Yeah. And to be fair, you can't use Vile on Olgierd. You don't want to use it on Melusine.
Yeah,
because then you don't get the vitality. So maybe that is the play still.
I was just, if I'm in Ryehead's position, I'm just regretting that I don't have Igni instead of Murder. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Looking at this, oh, getting Canute and Olgierd. Oh, that would be such a good Igni.
So Melusine's dead. There is a couple more turns of rain, but Ryehead has managed to stop a good amount of the carryover the Melusine would have otherwise gotten. See, the priest come down from Wilson is now just getting that 2 points per turn from the priest, and a little bit from the vitality as well.
Something you can do with this Vile, though, is he could have pinged Canute down to 5, or I guess to 1, and then click the Vile, It'd go to 5, become active, then go up to 6. Now, I'm not saying that's what he should have done in this matchup, but that's because Vitality ticks after the Canute order refreshes. So you can, if you're in a matchup where you know they can kill a 5 but not a 6, that's something you can do with Vitality.
Yeah. Might have been a consideration if there was like Harold Hansen out or something on the field,
Yeah.
but would have taken a lot of his leader charges to do so. We see the Saboteur coming down in combination with the leader to take out that priest, forcing the pass from Wilson, and Kyle takes the round control.
Very nice. So this is a very good round for Harmony, I think, because the Melusine is at 12, which is not bad at all. He got a bunch of procs on his leader, got some thinning. This hand doesn't look too good. Mulligan's a Berserker. Mulligan's a Milva. Gets a Dryad. So I guess we'll see. I assume you'd want to bleed here, right? At least that's what I would want to do. Because I wouldn't want to deal with self-win in a long round. But
Yeah, I think you would want to bleed. Probably does have to be a little bit careful of having Harmony procs for Snow if they do, but just takes the long round.
Interesting.
With the last say in the Erden,
true, he
I
doesn't want
could
to
see
risk
the long
that.
round still working out.
Yeah. Was there anything Wilson could have done to win round 1? I don't know.
I think maybe let the Melusine get a little too low and got in range for Fryhead to take out. I think that could have been a bit of a misplay.
It was at 7, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like, there's just a lot of reach for this Squirtle list to kill a lot of things.
Yeah.
Maybe clicks the Melusine order when shouldn't have.
I think he also wanted to kill the Saskia.
Yeah.
Tough situation. You can't really deal with Harmony without, like in round 1 when they have Saskia, if you don't have locks or hard removal or way to kill Saskia. But he also really wanted I'll so. I guess we'll see how he deals with this Yrden threat.
How do you usually deal with a Saskia?
So there's cards like Delirium, right? Or there's cards that purify adjacent units like Tempest. Or just anything that does row damage or random damage. So like this Harold Houndsnout could have been used to kill Saskia, right?
Yeah.
You just didn't have it in round 1.
Yeah, but even then, the sad thing is it's not always guaranteed. Like, it probably would have been a 50-50 whether the Harold actually kills a Saskia.
Yeah. Like, I have a Guerrilla Tactics deck that has a Serpent Trap. And so I move whatever Saskia summoned twice, or I kill it, and then I just drop Serpent Trap and it's guaranteed, right? Or if Saskia pulls out a Dryad goes up to 5 or 6. That's also usually like you get a guarantee with when Saskia is the lowest unit a lot of times. Or a Foglet can do it too, because the first tick will get it to 2, and then your opponent has nothing they can play that's lower than a 2. So the second tick will always kill Saskia. There's lots of like ways to guarantee or have a high chance of killing Saskia. It's just his deck didn't have them, and the thing that he had weren't in his hand or it didn't kill it.
If memory serves, Spelling Bee's lineup from the most recent Open had a few interesting ways to kill Saskia as well. I can't remember exactly what they were, but in like the Squirtle list in particular, with a lot of like bombs and fog, I think it was running like literally just 4 provision fog to kill the Saskia.
So, first of all, comes down as the first Harmony unit to proc Chapter 1. We have Olaf on the board, or Champion of Spellblot, sorry, with a Priest, and it's already at 7.
Surprised we didn't see the Antherion before the Percival.
Yeah, I guess he's just going for max greed because he wants Percival to be as tall as possible, right?
Yeah, I guess the ordering doesn't matter actually, because you get an extra proc on the Percival anyways. Maybe not. I'll have to think more about that. These aren't great pulls from the scenario here. Getting just a 4 power elf isn't the best, but at least there's no elf in hand, so you're not wasting a Harmony proc here.
Yeah. He comes out the Melusine with the Sigdrifa, and Ceres also pops out.
Yeah. So crucially here, the Melusine doesn't have Veil anymore, so now it's a valid poison target.
True.
The Neomancy, I think you'd prefer to play it for something like Bride, but you could use it for Grimace to counter these poisons as well.
Yeah. Or there's also Mardra. What would Bride get? Bride would be for another Sigdrifa. On Canute?
Yeah, another Sigdrifa, a second Martyr on the Sigvald, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, this veteran is very sad right now.
Yeah.
Wishes it was a Grimmist. I assume you don't want Restore, given there's a Yurden.
Yeah, I wonder if the Sigvald even just gets used offensively here, because you don't really want to be going tall.
Why didn't he put the Sigvald between Melusine and... Like, why does getting high base power Melusine matter?
Possibly to play around the Erden, because if you want to Erden the Melusine, bro, you're resetting her as well.
Right, so not for Restore, but more for just, like, insurance.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, so I think Wilson here probably just wants to be balancing as damage and boost as much as possible to negate this Erden, which is quite a difficult game to play.
Mayhap you'll gawk at Zarakania's marvels too one day.
Sorry, I'm debating chat on some stuff that they're talking about 5 minutes ago. Gotta give correct credit to whoever makes the deck, not who you saw on the stream playing it. That's my pet issue in Gwent. It's like I'm always correcting people and like, oh, you know, this is so and so's deck. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not my deck. Just because you're seeing it here doesn't mean it's my deck.
Yeah, so there's the Grimace now to counteract that poison.
Yep, saves it.
We'll likely see this last leader being used to move the Weeping Willow to the front row, which means that like this Ceres, this Harold are able to stick around for a bit longer.
Ceres is going to play for infinity points.
Yeah. And this will probably be the turn where we'll see, well, when it actually ticks over back to Wilson, we'll likely see the Fukusha for the Newt with the Ceres and Melusine Sigvald combination playing for a whole lot of points.
He didn't
Probably just
finish
wiping
off
out
the
this
Ceres.
Percival.
Why didn't he lead her there? He's saving leader for Yurden.
Yeah, saving it for Willow, I think, or Erden. Yeah, one of the two.
Oh, right.
But yeah, probably could have afforded to just move the priest and kill the Ceres if you're set on Erdening the front row.
That's true. That's true. It's not like there's anything Wilson could have done about that.
Show me what flows in
Knut goes Vakra. Why?
I don't think the row matters too much.
Well, I mean, like, why not next to a priest? I guess he's just gonna lead her it himself anyway,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I guess one of the priests is hitting the bear, one of them is hitting the veteran. Ah, that's perfectly timed too, because the veteran will go back to 8 then the next turn. It's always nice to see like such clean play. I bet my chat appreciates it especially. They're like, the game can be played like this? Interesting.
I don't know if I agree with not killing the Ceres there with the Dryad Ranger. There seems like not much reason not to just kill the Ceres off there.
Yeah, I don't know. Self wound numbers are especially, especially since he can eat the Ceres with the bear, right? That's an extra.
Yeah, and it also just like helps the smeller scene. Like maybe again, like you don't care because this Erden is gonna come down. I wonder what this
What did he hit
Sigvald is
with
gonna be
the
used
Ranger?
for.
Sorry.
Hit the Bear Abomination, the one from Leader.
Oh. Okay.
Like you can get the boost from the Sigvald here, but if the Erden comes down, do you really care?
Oh, he kills the Willow.
Yeah.
And himself.
Yeah.
Don't you fret about me. Can take care of myself.
He didn't want to kill the Ceres
No.
because he wanted Milwood to be out. Because there's a human
Yeah.
for his tree. Well, he wasn't going to be able to move the tree anyway.
Yeah. And there we go. By 4 points again, I think Wilson takes the victory.
That Ceres
The
was the
self wound
difference.
playing very well around that Erden. Wilson is able to take the victory.
That was a really good game. I thought he was in trouble for sure.
Yeah, me too. Like that was scary having that final movement to nullify that other priest. But managed to stay just ahead by
Yeah.
the slimmest of margins.
Well done, Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, I always expected the move for the Yurden, but the Sigval thing I didn't see coming, but that makes complete sense. Because, I mean, he sacrificed like 7 points, I guess. But he took out a 5 and made it so the Yurden. I don't know if he counted and figured out that he was going to win with the Yurden anyway. That would be very impressive. So, do we have any more games coming up?
Yeah, so the next one is John Locke versus No GG for net decks.
Interesting. Yeah, we saw. We're looking at some of John Locke's decks. All right, looks like it's already John Locke's won the first game. Sorry, you guys can't see my screen. Chat can see it though. So Imposter, Death Wish, and Invigorate from No GG for net decks. Very spicy lineup. And Imprisonment, Reckless Flurry, and Off the Books from John Locke. First game was Imposter versus Reckless Flurry. Reckless Flurry won. And Death Wish and Imprisonment were banned. Here is
Winner of this matchup fights Cams, which I hear is the big bad of the tournament. People are scared of Cams.
Yeah, well, he's one of the better known players in the tournament. I posted a direct link to the match page if you want in Discord.
Thanks.
It looks like the second game has already happened too. No GG for Netdeckers actually won with his Imposter deck, which I really want to go look at.
Wait, so did they just finish round 2 then?
Yeah, so this will be, and I got invited to game 3, so guess they're just getting ready.
This will be
Imposter
Invigorate versus Off the Books, it looks like.
It's a Golden Necker deck with Treason, Summoning Circle, Prophet, Black Blood, Cadaverin, Tesha. Wow, what a list! What a spicy list. It's just a lot of all the cards I hate from Nilfgaard put into one deck. I will be playing it in tonight's Friday Night Meme Fights, of course. Let me pin that.
It's like a Shoop deck as well, but Golden Necker. Like there's no duplicate bronzes.
Yeah. Amazing list. But that got through, so that's not the game the deck we care about, I guess. It's Invigorate versus...
Invigorate with Francesca.
Oh, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I think we all know who's going to win this game now.
Morally or like tournament wise?
Both.
Wow. Strong words from Levin. This off the books looks pretty standard. It's got Siggy. There's no Philippa, but right?
Yeah, no collusion either.
But there is a Jacques, so it's one of those. It's not quite the one from Elder Blood Report. They actually opt to keep the Jacques for slightly less guaranteed, or one less Salamage and one less bird, I think. Just checking again. Opens with Eventide into Urchins. So no GG for Netdecker's list is also very interesting. He's got a Serpent Trap, Fall of a Call of the Forest, a Simless, 2 Making of Bombs, but no Milva. So a lot of interesting control cards mixed with this Invigorate. Something we usually don't see a lot of. Usually Invigorate's like all units and they run Farseers, but this deck says no.
Yeah.
Runs Sabertooth, Ibar for a second Serpent.
Yeah, there is a talk, but I don't see an Aglace, I don't see a Skags, so... Looks like it's mostly just being used to protect engines.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was trying to make a deck like this the other day, without the Francesca part, of course, because I'm not insane. And chat kept making fun of me. So, take that, chat. No GG for Netdeckers thinks this is a good idea.
They also gotta hope that the talk doesn't buff the Sabertooth Tiger, because that is definitely not where you want your hand buffs to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a risk you have anytime you run Harvest in this kind of deck anyway. But
yeah,
you have some control over it because you could pick the one that doesn't with Harvest anyway. But I suppose not with Torque. No Dunka either. It's another interesting card I would have expected to see instead opting for like Black Blood for the tall punish.
Yeah, I have the double locks as well.
True, and an Incinerating Trap. That's the one that's like weirdest to me. Like, why not Crushing? Could we really not fit a Crushing Trap? Because I feel like Crushing is very good against Syndicate and monsters and other. Like when you have Sabertooth, people want a road stack sometimes.
Yeah. Maybe just provisions were a bit tight. It's also this Verification, which can transform a trap for 10 points, which is kind of neat.
An outbreak of the clap at the High Rocks Palace.
I believe Shady Vendor is also a blind die.
Yes, it is.
And with the little bird there, that should be 2 gangs on board now, with
Yep.
they are taking the Crown Splitter tag. Oh wow.
He just goes to 7 and
We just see
passes.
the early pass from John Locke.
That's 7. Of course you pass. Even if this is Horn, you pass. If it's Crushing, you oh, pass from the Syndicate player. Weird. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like not contesting the round at all here. You see Council used to pull Zoltan, gets ahead by 1.
I mean, I think that makes sense. Syndicate wants to play 3 cards and pass, and he could.
Yeah, and with these like double Inquisitors with no valid targets, your only valid play would have been the Eventide Plunder.
Yeah.
And you didn't really want to play that if you're scared of the Serpent Trap, so I think the pass there makes sense.
Yeah, and like right now you're ahead. You may not be ahead after you play the 4P card, even if it's not Serpent.
Mm-hmm. So So we have this Horson in hand for John Locke. That'll very likely just clean up this Francesca. Saber-toothed Tiger, I don't see being super valuable here because we have this Eternal Fire Disciple here, being able to put 2 units down at once.
Yep. Sabertooth is not going to get a lot of value, especially without a crushing trap. Oh, lock and move. Okay, we see the synergy between those 2 cards. Very cool. Might steal that from one of my decks.
Though I have a feeling the Inquisitor just comes down here, eats up that token, and now we have multiple units on 1 row again. Yeah. So in terms of poison targets here, looking at the current hand state for no GG, it looks like you want to target this Sentry or Torque most likely. Francesca and Tiger can't really be poisoned because of Fail and transforming into an artifact. Otherwise, I just feel like John Locke's just going to be playing slow, playing out the bronzes that aren't poisons. So that's this Eventide Plunder and this Mutant Maker, just getting a few coins in the bank, getting some spenders set up, and setting up this Hemmelfart for round 3. You really don't want to play the Hemmelfart this round because there's no Firesworn bronzes in the graveyard for John Locke yet. Most likely just want to be using the control tools in the Professor and the Horson to deal with the Francesca or Sentry, perhaps.
Sure. I mean, but Francesca, especially if it gets buffed.
Yeah, if it gets above 9, that gets pretty difficult to answer.
The streets of Novigrad look unkindly on all missteps.
Wait, what? Oh no, did no GG rope and discard Francesca? Oh no.
That's why I opened the history panel. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, wait, where did Francesca go? Did it like get put back in deck somehow?
I was like, was there? I looked for a Triss. I'm like, there was no Triss.
Oh. That's heartbreaking.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I guess we don't need to worry about Horson killing Francesca anymore. Because there's no Francesca to kill. So, just see Professor coming down, gets ahead, gets coins in the bank.
I'm still in shock. I'm sorry. I'm just like,
yeah.
What are you? How do you recover from that mentally?
I don't think you can. Like that Francesca would have been the carry, I think, in this matchup, unironically, getting buffed to 10.
Yep.
Maybe giving you another Bountiful Harvest, maybe another Call of the Forest.
What was he deciding? He was just picking what to buff?
Hand buffs from leader, I think.
That's it? And then he just forgot to play a card? Oof.
Looks like it.
Premium grade won't find any better.
Oh, they're still playing, which is admirable. I would have forfeit. Not because I think it's unwinnable, but because I would have been so crushed I would need a minute.
Yeah. Just mentally broken.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Well-timed pass from no GG. Since that was going to die anyway. Keeps the last say. Did use Sabertooth for the bleed. So I'm very curious what happens next round without Francesca.
Currently, like the high-end golds that we still have is this Torque, this Simless, and this Cole into a Hattori, it looks like.
What was going to be the Francesca target anyway? Just for my own.
Probably just a Bountiful Harvest from Simless. Maybe Cole if you could have set it up that way, but with the hand set it would have been a bit awkward trying to get the duplicated Cole.
Seems a little bit
It really does
expensive for just getting another 6B card, right?
It just seems like an expensive, or I guess slightly cheaper Forest Protector that needs to stick.
I mean, I guess you get to play it in the same turn, which would be
Yeah.
or call would be very interesting. Because you could play like a sentry and a cat witcher in the same turn, right?
Ooh. Don't know if I agree with spending on the Jacques there, because we still have this Hattori, which can pull a
Yeah, it's
serpent
coming
trap, and we have a
immediately.
bank in hand. So Jacques is looking like he's just gonna die.
This is so weird to me that it's face up.
Perhaps a different ingredient.
Yeah, I guess it's just spectator, right? But
Yeah, but even
Wait,
as the player, you would be face down.
yeah, it didn't get clicked. Wait, was the trap in round 1 face up or face down? I thought it
It was
was
face down, yeah. Because it's just a
Wait,
bug.
what? It hasn't
If it
been
comes from a
clicked, right? 'Cause
Tory, it doesn't get
otherwise-
flipped. Or it's
Maybe? Because otherwise one of those footmen would have been killed if it got clicked.
yeah. No, it 100% did not get clicked. I know that much. It's just a
Yeah. Okay, that is strange. Oh,
what
so
are
even if
you
the bank
doing?
was
He's just gonna
used-
discard
yeah.
bank.
But Hammerfart gives a spell as well.
Oh my
Especially-
god. Is this like a FIFA fair play kind of thing where like the enemy had somebody injured so you kicked the ball out? Because Francesco was discarded, he's like, I'm gonna discard my Jacques and I'll boost it to 15 beforehand.
Yeah.
That's the
May-
only
maybe spend the
explanation.
7
Clearly that's what's happening here.
Maybe you spend the 7 coins on Jacques to pay for the 7 points lost under the Francesca body.
Yeah, very honorable play from This is the kind of stuff you do not see in Masters. Like this tournament is just so much above that level that it's lapped and come back to the beginning of of the track. Basically, it's oh my god, Ed!
Goodbye, Mutant Maker. That is actually a little bit annoying there for the little bird, because Mutant Maker, I believe, has that Salamandra tag, which no other unit here has.
Yeah,
So little
no,
bird
he
will be
does. He has
spending
another
for
meat
one
maker.
less now.
Back row.
Oh wait, oh is that? I'm just blind, never mind.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. So it was perfect. He got the coins and then it died.
Ooh, look at that Sorceress.
Yeah, it's like a Francesca.
Probably not gonna
basically.
stick, but...
Duncan on Francesca. The card's so good, even tournament players discard it rather than playing it and face the shame of having played Francesca.
Yeah, look, you could take the Whisper here as well, but it plays awfully much into the horse.
I don't have all day.
Guess you could just move one of the footmen to the other road, or not. I was gonna say you could try and fill up the back row, make
Yeah,
the
that's what I would
disciple
have
have
done.
less possible
Moving Hammer part
spends.
does nothing, but he was also maybe running out of time. Or thinking about the Francesca in his graveyard. I don't know.
Look at that! Oh god, the vial has some nice synergy with the sorceress to protect it, but it goes to 9 anyways, so it's in horse and range
Yeah,
perfectly.
Junior salivating right now.
Yeah, you couldn't get a better kill with Junior here. Like it's a 12-point sorceress without the order being taken into account. Yeah.
That one, he venerates not the fire.
What would Valve get? Yeah, nothing good.
Maybe making a bomb's a bomb anyways, not nature. Tempering was gone.
There's
Yeah,
nothing, no
I don't
targets.
think Valve even had a target.
31 to 14. There's still a lot of points in here, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But, well, the Jacques dying really did a number on.
Yeah. But there's still this more else in hand here for John Locke.
Yeah. I mean, I can
spending
see
could
the
be a
thought process,
little-
right? It's like, I know how I'm gonna play around the Serpent Trap. I'll just discard bank, easy. I have all my golds.
Yeah.
Everything else is a unit. I can totally see myself doing that.
I was gonna say spending could be a little awkward, but I imagine we'll just see bank here into the Siggy Mastermind, which will pull Tunnel Drill and a Crime, and
Yeah.
with the King of Beggars, we've still not seen the big play out from John Locke yet.
Yeah, true. He has like a 1,000,000-point play left, assuming
Yes.
Siggy's not
Yeah.
at the bottom of the deck.
Should be. Ooh, that. Yeah, that's true, because you do need to still pay for the Siki tribute. How many gangs do we have on board? We have Fire, Sworn, Salamandra,
Cut up.
Cut Ups, and
Blind Eye.
Blind Eyes? That's
Yeah, so he
4.
doesn't need to pay anything.
Needs to pay 4 on the Sigi, right?
No, he's got 4 gangs. It's reduced by 2 for each gang you have.
Oh, it's 2 less. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
It's free. With off the books. I mean, it would have been 9 minus 8, but with a different leader. But in this leader,
with
it's
the
free.
leader, it's fine anyways.
He's gonna over profit, really.
Yeah, that's game.
Yeah, that is very sad.
I'm upset we didn't get to see the Francesca.
Me too. But I will be playing that deck tonight in Friday Night Meme Fights if nobody else does. So I have saved the list. This tournament's
Well played to know GG. Tried their best, but an unfortunate rope put them in a pretty unfortunate position.
Yeah, I'm really curious what happened in the other games too, because I'm actually looking at their Death Wish list, which was also a Golden Neckard list with Imler's Wrath, Glorious Hunt, Black Blood. It's a Death Wish control list. I'm in love. I hate this player on the ladder, for the record, because a lot of times they don't GG me, and even though I'm almost never net decking anyone, but and they play very. Wait, is this Zochnik or is this a different the other guy? I don't on the ladder. Zochnik has changed his name, but I don't know if it reflects here. So there's 2 of them. One of them has like all caps in the net decks, and one of them is like lowercase. I don't know which is which. One of them is like my friend. And a VIP of my channel, and the other is one of my people that I hate running into on the ladder. Either way, I love these decks.
Okay. Is that everybody for round 2? Let's see.
Yeah, let me look at the bracket.
Nope, we still got Black Swans. Still got Black Swans and 2P.
Can we see the Passy versus Wilson or John Locke versus Cams? I vote Passy Wilson. I don't know about you guys.
I haven't seen Cam's yet, but
True.
Passy Wilson's probably going to be a good one.
We did see John Locke just now, but then again, we also saw the other 2.
Yeah,
I just think that one's going to be like a closer matchup.
Okay, we can watch the Passy one. At spectator.
I'll be back in a sec. Just gonna go give our dog some food.
Cool.
Yeah. So now we're just waiting for Black Swans and 2P to finish their match.
And their winner will play against Little Mixon, who has won 2-0, 2-1 so far. There's a log. That's cool.
Oh yeah, it tells you all the changes that have been made.
Yeah.
Pretty nifty.
This is so awesome, man. Thank you so much for putting this together. How much effort did it take to get all the signups and?
It was well, the initial tournament was a lot of effort, and then I had to remake the tournament, so I've been scrambling all day, and I'm really tired.
Oh.
But I had 61 people signed up, but only 32 people would have been playing in the tournament. So I mean, I only lost about maybe I think it was 4 people.
Why would only 32 have been playing?
Because only 32 people submitted their decks by the deadline.
Ah, nice. So it was like a lot of people signed up, about half of them actually submitted their decks on time.
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna extend the timer. I extended the timer for this tournament, the second one that I made, because it was a last minute tournament, so people were gonna come in late anyway. So, but I wasn't. I gave like 2 weeks of warning for the other tournament, so it should have been. People should have known to sign it. I kept reminding people, hey, submit your decks.
Yeah, but I mean that sounds honestly very, very normal to me.
Yeah. But yeah, we only lost out on 4 people basically. So most of the people that were competing are in my server, and they saw when I updated this, so they turned on the tournament.
Cool. So
Uh,
let's see what Cams has brought. He's brought self wound, line pockets, and imprisonment. Self wound list is pretty standard. He's running no old geared. Oh yeah, he is. He's running old geared. So it's just very much similar to the list we saw Wilson bring, I think. His line pockets list is Golden Necker, poison with 2 townsfolk, and Knickers. That's the 8p. And his imprisonment list has a Yurden, Ivar, Milton. That seems to be the common theme I'm seeing. People are cutting Guillaume and running Ivar and Milton. And then using that to fit Yurden. And Roderick, actually. Oh, sorry. Never mind. I thought it was Strahan for a second. Roderick's common. 1 Sergeant, 1 Nilf Knight, and 1 Alba. 2 slave drivers. This is exactly the same list as somebody else that we saw. So I wonder if some people work together. Or they got their list from the same report.
I think Passy had a teammate in the tournament, but I think that was their round 1 opponent, but I could be wrong. I think I Hate username was their friend or something, and
Gotcha.
they beat them round 1. Yeah, but thank you for doing this with me. This is really cool.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
want
This
to
is
do another one
awesome.
when
I'm glad
Yeah,
Lemon jumped on too.
yeah, I'm really glad.
I could do. He just has so much knowledge of the game, and I'm like his color commentator, basically. Especially since you couldn't get the Discord to work, so
Yeah.
it's awesome. That way, you have time to organize the next game in the background. So
Yeah.
we're down to 8 players. Passy,
Yep.
Cams, Jamie, One Hand. That's an interesting name. Little Mixon, JMJ Wilson, 2P, Abu, and John Locke.
Yep, 2P just won their match.
Nice.
All right, let's start round 3.
Oh, Pass even has his Discord right here. That's cool. I can edit their decks. Nice.
Yeah, you can change what links they put in. Because they can't once I approve their decks, they can't change their deck. So you have to be able to put in the list for them.
Yeah, I'm answering John Locke. He'll hear this 5 minutes from now. So I typed it. Chat. He was wondering if we were casting his games.
So no GG for NetDeck says they were unaware that leader was selected to boost units. No interactions was working, and then the auto discard Francesca.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, they were trying to get something to work, and it wasn't working, and then they discarded Francesca.
Damn.
It's unlucky.
So like the client bugged out for them?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Maybe they. I can see clicking because if you have the leader selected by accident, because the leader area is bigger than, like just the button. I've clicked on it by accident a lot because if you click on like the graphic of the leader, character avatar thing, it also selects. And if you like click that and then clicked away where it hides the unit selection screen, you can't do anything else other than click on the show cards button that's at the bottom of the screen. Now maybe that got bugged out and was invisible or something, but it's also happened to me where I thought my game was bugged, but it was actually because I just needed to click show cards.
Huh.
Good Gwenty card. Bestest.
The mosh potato.
Ah, yeah, it's a
I
cat can
think
summon
I'm
Mosh
back
Patat.
just on
And it's one of
time.
those things that you can't really describe. It's like a religious experience. You have to be there. Okay, so the game's starting. Passy against Wilson. Passy's playing Guerrilla Tactics Saskia. Wilson's playing Nilfgaardless, which got through. And this one has Igni and Ivar. So Passy opens with Chariot melee row. I'm guessing to avoid any shenanigans with Infiltrator. There's no Infiltrator in the list. I don't know. Oh, right. Because he didn't have Saskia, he had to play something. And he didn't want to play Antherion. So he played Chariot.
And I guess front row because you don't want to have the dwarves, the extra dwarves, ruining your harmony procs.
Yeah. But then why did he play the Chameleon next? Is he just baiting more locks?
Maybe.
Or like whatever comes out of Saskia, he can immediately click to boost if it's not locked right away.
The Peleron Chameleon is quite nice. Particularly if it had been leaded, because then you sort of get rid of the damage as well. But
Right. So that must have been. So okay, we're just not going to play Saskia round one. He believes he can get out of the round. I guess because of the two locks being low tempo. But now Rune Mage comes out, and that's going to catch him up. Curse Scroll and no Saskia. That's kind of dangerous. Right?
wait, what was that? Sorry.
So like instead of TA or Crystal Skull, you have Curse Scroll. So you're already like down some tempo. And then
Yeah.
not playing Saskia. Isn't that a little risky?
Yeah, I'm curious how this will work out because it's not like this Nilfgaard deck lacks for tempo, right?
Yeah, they have
Like
points.
Twin Spotters, Renfri's gang, they should really not have a problem keeping up.
Wow, interesting Rune Mage there. They went for
Yes.
NR. Why? Is it like the most proactive points?
I have no clue.
The
I don't
shields
think
for the
there's
Berserkers? Along with armor? And it's 3
Maybe.
power unit instead of 4? I don't know.
Okay, and there's the early Renfri now. It's probably looking for patience, I'll be guessing.
Good night, Gum Gum. Well, you're not going to see this because there's a delay, but
Yeah.
Oh, what did we get from that Renfri leader?
Curse of Sloth and Kindness, so perfect.
Ooh, that kindness is gonna get a whole lot of value.
Yeah, because this is an Igni list, not a Yurden. So Kindness is especially good against Igni because it also helps you like unalign any setup.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't see anything being set up for Ivar yet. He could Milton the Chariot, of course. And he also has, yeah, here comes Milton on the Chariot.
Yeah, we could see the IVR coming down early here, or we could also just be seeing it saved for a later round when either Passy goes taller themselves, or we see the Gulaim.
There's no Guillaume.
Guillaume? Guillaume. Yeah, being used.
It's not an. Oh yeah, yeah, there is. Okay, I was looking at Cam's list. In Cam's list, there's no Guillaume. It is in
Yeah,
this one.
I've noticed a decent number of like these Nilfgaard imprisonment lists from this like 3-card package of particularly Milton, Guillaume, and Ivar.
Yeah, I have those in a lot of my decks too.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I just have Milton and Guillaume. But what was notable for me was Cam's doesn't run Guillaume, just Milton and Ivar, and I saw that in somebody else's list also. In this tournament, 2 people I've seen at Guillaume, and I think maybe it's the same list. So poison goes down on the Milton, which is really a 16-point card right now, right?
Yeah. You still click the Milton because you have no other boosts going out, even if it does die to the poison.
Plus, if you don't click, then there's a 24-point Igni.
How are we looking? So on the front row, we have 18 points, correct?
Yeah, and then 19 in the back. I'll leave these open. Sorry.
Yeah, if there was a couple more points front row, that Igni killing the Saskia could be quite scary.
I mean, his kindness is just 2 points a card. It's
Yeah.
and that's a normal line against Harmony. You jam the leader as soon as possible, which makes me wonder why he even played the Albas in round 1. Like, why didn't he mulligan them, or why didn't he just? I guess he knew he was going to go deep.
Yeah, like it's still good. Like shutting down this Chameleon, shutting down the Antherian with like the extra locks, the Chariot. It's still good.
Yeah, but what did he use the leaders on? He used.
Yeah, maybe the lock on the Chariot was a little bit. I mean, sketchy. But then again, the Chariot could have denied value from leader later by giving armor across. So I can see it making sense.
Sure.
Okay. Yep.
So does he have anything else coming? This is a Treant. There's no beast on the board. Oh yeah, there is. There's an elf.
Is there a Dryad? Oh no, there is a Dryad.
And this is a human. But
yeah, there's a beast. Elf is on Witcher?
Witcher, yeah. Gonna be
yeah, so you get the 5-point Saboteur.
He's gonna have to play the Zoltan here if he wants to stay.
Yeah,
But in that case, why not play Percival first? Percival is 4 plus 1, 2. 3.
Zoltan probably gets you ahead. Percival probably doesn't. Maybe you could try and combine Percival with some leader.
Oh, Percival gets you because of the.
Oh no, it does barely. Or the Harmony procs, yeah.
Well, and that.
Yes.
And that 18 points also helps.
Yeah, so I think we'll probably see this Igni coming down for a nice around 20-point total, putting Wilson steadily ahead.
Is it worth trading the Igni for the Zoltan? Or would it?
Passy doesn't know what Wilson has.
Yeah. So I mean, what's the best case scenario? I guess best case is you win on even.
Get out, Triss. Yeah. I mean, Wilson, I think, takes that Igni 100%. The question here for Passy is, do you play the Zoltan? If you do, you're probably trying to get the Triss out.
Well, that's what I was asking. Is like, is it 100%? Since you're on red coin anyway, and they've played their Willow, is it better to just keep the Igni for round 3? But he could have won it on even there. He's got 3 golds in the deck. He could go for Triss here. He might as well. Yeah, you already answered my question. I think you said like the 20-point Igni is as good as you're going to get. You should use it.
Yeah. Also, the fact that it puts him ahead enough that Passy needed basically the Zoltan to get ahead. I don't think a bronze really would have gotten ahead by itself.
Yeah.
So either trade Igni for Zoltan, which is solid. Here, Wilson isn't guaranteed to hit the Triss, I think, and the other options
66%.
from the Roderick
you're in a tournament.
won't
go big
be
or go
enough
home
to make it. So I think I don't think you. Oh, okay, we'll take it. Will hit the Triss?
Yeah. If you get Ramon and Guillaume,
Oh wait, is
you lose
Guillermin
the game.
off?
Wait, what?
Oh, with the kindness, yeah.
Right. Okay. So he was guaranteed to get ahead then with Triss or Guillaume.
Yes. Yes.
He didn't take a risk.
Yeah. So then
I
it was a
would've taken the
33%
risk.
chance to be forced to use the Triss then, which you really wouldn't want to do.
Wow. You mulligan this? No, you mulligan Igni. You mulligan. This is gonna be so painful. Ramon into Illusionist will be 1,000,000 points. He also has Sloth, so he could just immediately play another Illusionist if he wants to. Maybe
I guess
he
you
doesn't.
take. Oh yes, the Berserkers.
Yeah, Berserker always put the first one, and then after that, you get something else.
I mean, is Berserker still just the best target? Like, it's effectively 6 this next turn. Don't think another bronze is playing for that much from the graveyard.
Not in a short round, no.
Yeah.
Actually, no, there's no assimilate in this deck, so Berserker's really a 7, and nothing else is a 7. Maybe a Swordmaster, or yeah, Swordmasters. Or you could do a Chameleon and something else, a Harmony, like a
but that
Antherion and a Chameleon.
Probably needs more than just this 3 turns
Yeah.
to really get value.
Yeah.
Leave while you still stand.
He's gonna have to play the Owl.
Yeah, I think this is where it gets like weird with like hand reading. Like Wilson can just play this, can commit the leader here. So opting to try and find this 2-0 now.
I mean, if it gets me ahead and I play it, oh,
Yeah, this is the full leader commitment coming through.
oh. Is he going for the 2-0? He's saying, what if
This
you
would
don't
be,
have?
yeah, Triss.
Or even if you have Owl, that's not enough.
Yeah, I don't think ours is gonna be enough here.
Wow. Just with Ramon and 2 Illusionists and the leader, he gets there. Holy crap. Wilson just pulls the trigger and wins game 1.
Yeah.
Oh my
just
god.
No
That
holds
was-
barred, just smoke and smoke.
That Guillaume in round 1 too. With I mean, having all those golds in round 1 making his Roderick guaranteed.
Like, yeah, just needed to draw basically one off the Ramon or the Triss in that round 2 and has a really good chance at just 2-0ing there because of the leader. Okay, so Wilson has his Vamps now to win with. And I wonder if we'll see the Syndicate coming out from Passy here.
Yeah, looks like
Yes,
it.
we do.
Wilson's going with Vamps. Blue coin, which we knew. Because he said in chat that that's what it's for. I didn't get banned, so.
Oh, we have Bart. So yeah, this is the Bart Horson Senior collusion list.
Yeah.
With the Pirates Curve.
The one that Kerpeton, I think, helped popularize initially. I was told it was actually El Calora who made the deck. I could be wrong. But later on, after getting like 2,600 with this, the ladder was full of... After Kerp got like 2,600 something with this deck, the ladder was full of it. And then he updated the deck and he took out Bart, added Professor. But everyone else is still using the old deck. Which is fine for me. Because I think Senior is a bad card. That was one of my favorite cards.
Yeah.
But it's a meme card still.
Yeah.
And Bart's
I have
just...
fond memories of Senior with like the Congregate Leader Crimes list from way back when. But
Nice, yeah. I have Senior in a Golden Necker Firesworn Crimes deck.
mm.
as well, but that's how people are playing. But I mean, these guys are much better players than I am, so maybe. And I haven't really given the text a full shot, but I just found it interesting that Kerp stopped playing Bard, but the people who net decked him haven't stopped. Sam wants me to tell you that we're still waiting for those cookies. So, okay. My mods want you to send them lemon cookies.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Do you make lemon cookies, Lemon?
So we had a bet that if I entered pre-leagues this season that I didn't enter and won it, that Lemon would send me cookies. And my chat is pretending that I did and I won the tournament and that Lemon owes me cookies.
Yeah, that might convince me if like you weren't talking to the person who does a lot of the organization and didn't actually keep track of the fact that the season's not even done yet, so. Nice try, chat.
That was very interesting that the Flutters didn't get touched at 4 power until the Defender came down. Right? Or did the Defender come down first?
Yeah. Passy's first play, I missed it. Oh, it was a dip. Oh, so yeah, the dip knocked the 7 power flutter back to 4 power, then we have the Bart coming down to, because you need to play Bart early. And now, well.
Wait. The second one lived.
How big is the pulling the strings? Okay, no, so you can't seize the Defender, yeah. I think 6 is the cap anyways.
Yeah, 6 is the cap. But you could Professor it late, I mean, round 3 or whatever. Wait, no, there's no Professor in this list. Never mind.
Yeah, you were just talking about how there's no Professor and we have the Bar instead.
I mean, this round's over.
Yeah, yeah. This is where it's like, with Wilson, you really don't want to be spending like this Regis, Igni, Sabbath, Decree, Erendite, really. Could he probably just get away with the Temper Pass? Maybe play the Erendite and pass, get rid of the... It should be at 5 by now, should be able to kill the Little Bird.
$20-point lead. Do you ever pass? Oh, I guess it's still Passy's turn. We see the Shady Vendor.
Yeah.
Albie goes for poison. This time he has no... What's that card called? Thaw. No Thaw.
So, realistically, unless you play Siggy, the max reach, actually playing a card here is 10. If you're also taking like 4 points worth of bleeding, I think Wilson just plays the Erendite here and then likely passes this next turn.
Yep, looks like it. Erendite's at 6. Unless he gets like a really good bleed or Igni or something, right? Which I don't see happening. He can poison a Defender. That's 10. He's losing 4. He has to Siggy or pass. I pass,
Yeah,
but...
maybe, to be fair, I think you could probably play a poison pulling the strings and leader. I haven't counted, but that would probably be enough. It might have been cutting it too fine. So if Wilson just leads with the Sabbath here, should be getting like the Defender double flutter. On Passy's side of things, what you're getting the Bar and
Bird.
Little Bird without the infusion, and then either a Fled or Blind Eye.
I don't know that you want a Sabbath here though. There's no graveyard hate. Like I just pass and go long round.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't really tried Sabbath against these Siggy decks.
Yeah, Erendite probably pushes you a little bit more to want to bleed as well. There's always that sort of inkling in the back of your mind when you're running Erendite to always just push, always stay ahead. But yeah, the ball is in Wilson's court, and the Sabbath does come down. This is also going to be a pretty solid Igni round as well, with the Sabbath already setting up a few units here. Combined with some bleeding, we could possibly see quite a big Igni get lined up. But really, from Wilson's side of things, you can just play your Fledder here, then go like Unseen Elder, and you're getting so many points there.
I mean, I would be nervous about that.
Yeah.
I play Flutter and I leader. There's no reason not to. Then I play Unseen Elder.
Yeah.
And I just go, yeah.
Yep, there you
Leader
go.
the Hamel part. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you get Ignied for 28 points. That's one big reason I have not tried to make Sabbath work in the last few seasons, is because when there's Igni around, that's it.
Yeah.
You lose the game instantly.
Even the Erden is pretty nasty to play against as well with the Sabbath. But
I can
yeah,
play around
like in this
Irden,
case,
right? By boosting one card, but the turn, like your Flutters will always go to 7.
Yeah.
If you leader them, and if you don't, they will die. Because somebody, like, people can do stuff with their leaders or with their Renfree to purify defender and then kill the other two in one turn, or get them low enough that they can kill them after that. So, oh, nice. Converts the Hamel fart because it had 3 bleeding on it anyway. Here comes the Elder.
Whilst this is a pretty good senior, there's not even that many crimes in hand here from Passy.
Yeah, there's
Like,
one, and then Siggy will get a second one.
Yeah,
So,
Siggy could, yeah, that's 2 crimes, which kind of pales compared to this engine value that Wilson's putting down here.
Game is over. Well, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't count Syndicate out like ever.
Yeah, because Siggy is like 65 million points.
Yeah, until the drill hits the board, like Syndicate's still in it with a chance.
I mean,
still rough to get through.
But he's got this on. This is 18 points. It's 24 points right here.
Yes,
and there are 6 cards left, so it's like. Plus, this is an extra 2 points a turn, and after he passes, this is an extra 8 points a turn. Like I play Undying first, and then I either land a massive Igni or I just pass and let him deal with this Elder getting 6 points a turn, or 8 points a turn. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Perhaps if, like, look, Passy's kind of keeping up in terms of points. Apart from the Elder, there's no real extra ways for Wilson to apply bleeding. If Passy can get through the Defender and Unseen Elder in one turn here with the draw, still in it with a chance.
He has to get the Elder. I don't see how he gets that in one turn.
So that's 2 clicks on the Elder, 4 clicks on the Cave Troll. That means you need 12 coins. Yeah, you're not doing that in one turn. And each extra turn this Elder gets to tick is quite nasty.
Like, if the deck had a Morels or a Philippa, this is easy. But it doesn't.
Pulling the strings could seize the Elder, perhaps?
Yeah, but that's next turn. Pulling the strings doesn't have a tag.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, I don't think in one turn we can deal with the Defender Elder here. Maybe if Collusion rolled, luckily.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
He did get ahead, though. That's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Do you Igni here? The spender in the back. Force him to play another crime. Or no, actually, you just Erendite the drill, don't you?
Yeah, I think you just Erendite the
What else are you
drill.
gonna
Wait, Erendite is doomed. I don't know if you really want to.
Your other target would be a Jacques. Which isn't really... I don't know.
Yeah, so the pass just comes through from Wilson, goes a card down here, got the Siggy out. Still has Igni, Arendite, Regis. This has like these point value cards. Probably not getting much more value from the Bleeding and Vampire synergies though. And like these Brookses here, you don't want to be seeing them anymore. Surrender could be interesting. Decent enough value against the Jacques, I'd say.
I mean, without last say, I guess there's no tall punish, but you're also not in a short round. It's 6 cards. I mean, I think this was a wanting to get value out of cards rather than playing to your deck's win con type of mistake in round 2. I would waste my Arendite and waste my Igni to shorten the round.
Oh my gosh! Even with the delay, people are trying to cheat.
What? No, they're not. How?
So this guy, one of the competitors banned Nilfgaard, banned imprisonment, and then the person queued imprisonment and beat them with imprisonment.
That's not cheating. That's people make
That's-
mistakes. It has nothing to do with delay or
And-
no delay. That's a different conversation.
Yeah,
I know it's still. I don't know. It's still tilting.
Lemon's like, buddy, this stuff happens all the time, right?
that's just a
Okay.
technical loss for whoever miscued typically. Especially since 20 client, I don't think you can like give players the option to replay. Whoever queues with a banned deck, they just lose that game basically. As in,
Oh.
they lose with that deck.
Yeah, they
Same
won.
deal.
They won the game already. How do I change that they lost?
You'd have to go manually, and there should be a thing to manually change who won the first game. Just make sure like the bans was the deck that was used. That should be pretty clear to see with the 20 platform.
Yeah, I see that. That's why I know that they did it, because I see that they won with Nilfgaard. But I don't see where is it. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
Yeah, the 20 client UI is not the best sometimes, especially when you're trying to do those kinds of changes.
Early Regis comes out because he doesn't have any more bleeds left. Oh yeah, because this deck actually runs 0 Necrorats, I just noticed. It's okay though.
Yeah, trying to get that Sabbath value with Fletters, I guess, just means no Necrorats.
I mean, the Necrorats are good out of Sabbath. But
Yeah, that's true as well.
I mean, Miyamon's deck had Necrorats. You don't want Alps probably.
Yeah.
Or Garcanes for sure. You don't want. But I don't know. I hope that Igni and Arendite prove themselves worthy of the sacrifices that have been made. Arendite's at 10. Igni's gonna play for 8. He would have played for 12 last round, but Wilson's actually still keeping up somehow. But the thing is, Passy knows there's an Igni. He's got 13 points on each row. There's no reason for him to go above 20 ever. This Igni's going to play for 2 points. You get an Igni, you take it as Vamps. You always... Doesn't matter if it's round 1. Like you...
Especially in open deck lists.
Especially versus Syndicate. Ouch. F's in the chat for Vamps.
Yeah,
this
Wilson
looks
still
close,
had
but
lost
Passy had
save.
another card. So this was not close.
And later, and coins.
Yeah. I don't want to say I told you so, but round 2, like you may be behind, right? If you play those cards, but you're 100% losing if you don't. So it doesn't matter. It's one of those. I didn't see a scenario where saving them would, because you have nothing in the next round. This isn't a deck that can go 3 rounds against Syndicate. Not many decks can. Like even the Renfree Vamps list has trouble going 3 rounds against the Cove list. All right. So this is what's is this is the score 1-1 now, or is that
Yeah, it's 1-1. Now we should have Vamps on Wilson and Harmony on um the other side.
Vamps versus Harmony?
Passy
But this is
side.
Sabbath Vamps though. Vamps versus Harmony is rough, but because like you can't kill any engines, you know. But Sabbath, I don't know. And what are you gonna Sabbath out? If Passy doesn't play Antherions and Dryads or Saboteurs, Sabbath could pull out Saskia. But I don't think that's gonna happen. That's a lot of things to dodge. I don't think it's worth it.
You'd have to get quite unlucky for that to happen. Although the Chameleon does lower its base power, so it does go lower than the Saskia, so
Yeah,
maybe.
You have to have Saskia not pull any Witchers or Dryads or Beasts or Antherions. That's very unlikely. And then you have to also not play them, which would severely dampen your round one. So it's not happening. We're opening with the Bruxa. So looks like we're just gonna Saskia's been played. We're gonna give up round one. We're gonna use Flutters, and when I say we, I mean Wilson. He's gonna use Flutters. We as in we vampires, of course. Flutters and Cave Troll to defend round two. Round one's just building value.
You play too much games.
Exactly. My question is, as Passy, do you still play down to 4? He would get last say and Igni, right?
There's probably an argument to just take the long round 3, because you don't give them like the opportunities to set up Sabbath.
Yeah, for sure. But what I'm saying is, do you do that by like if Wilson passes at 7, right?
Yeah.
Do you play down to 4? Do you go to the next round and make him have to worry about defending a bleed? I think I would just play down to 4 so that my Saskia wins another card, unless I have everything I need. And he does have scenario, to be fair. He's missing Zoltan, Waters, and Lake Guardian. Is one more thinning better than the value you get from bleeding a bit in round 3 before getting to 7 card? The soft push or whatever? I don't know. Guess we'll find out what Passy thinks.
Actually, to be fair,
Young
Sabbath can still get value in the long round 3, because if you kill Fledders, kill Defender, they can just Sabbath them back. Which...
Why would you kill anything?
Well, to not let them grow bigger, but...
You're going to Igni the Flutters anyway.
Yeah. Wilson will probably try to have them not lined up, but you do have ways to line them back up as well for the Igni on Passy's side of things.
Not if you Sabbath them, but yes, if he plays them organically. So that is the argument for what Passy just did. And he finally gets Operator, but still no Fletters in hand. Welcome to Vamp Life without Triss on Red Coin.
Maybe this last Mulligan will be the one.
I mean, even Wilson admitted his deck is never a Red Coin deck. He had to win last game for his tournament life.
Yeah.
You never play a deck like this. I mean, even setting the Air Knight aside, you want like 3 tutors in a Sabbath deck if you want to play it from Red Coin, and he only has 1. And it's not a Triss. Because a Triss can pull a Flutter into your hand, which is the only operator target. He doesn't have Necrorats. He doesn't have Garcanes. That operator is a giant brick until round 3. He doesn't have Oriana either. So, if he had Oriana, he could play Defender and Elder and Oriana. Those 3 are perfect Sabbath targets. But he's got nothing. It's just Elder. Ouch. Sorry. I hope Wilson can prove me wrong, but I don't see...
It is looking a little dire.
Especially with Scenario coming down by Passy. Passy's just smelling blood, and he's like, show me what you got. And Wilson's like, I guess I can decree for 1 Flutter. I don't even have a megascope. R.I.P. me.
And the sorceress.
He gets a sword. Of course, and it goes to 6 because that's how the scenario works. And there's nothing. I mean, he can I guess feast the
You
blood.
can feast of blood it, but
He chooses not
doesn't-
to, which is weird. This was doomed and it's
no
not,
real-
but that doesn't matter because it's 1 base power.
There's no real way for Passy, I think, to boost up the sorceress. Wait, you just roll the bountiful harvest.
Yeah, I mean it's basically guaranteed. Not really, but it's guaranteed
It's
win
like
against Vamps.
God, it's like another 8-point unit.
Oh, this
Okay,
the artifact one, yeah, beautiful. He boosted Percival. He's like, ignite me, daddy. Let's go. How
No fear.
good of an Igni can Wilson set up? He can't. Because Percival's always going to be the biggest. Basically, he boosted this to specifically say, kill my Percival. I don't care. Because now nothing will ever be taller than the Percival. And he's just letting that be his sacrificial Igni lamb. Okay.
We still don't have a single fledder on the side of Wilson. Like, all this value.
He's going to imagine some points onto the board. Just you wait. There's a metric boatload of copium going on Wilson's part, thinking that Passy will ever pass, and he will not.
You know what the good thing here, Mosh, is?
What is it?
If Wilson doesn't have any points on his side of the board, Passy doesn't get an Igni.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. But I mean, he can put, I guess, a flutter on the back row. Like, then you can move it. Like, so what does that accomplish?
Yeah. But still, the maximum number of points you can get without setting up an Igni is like 38.
Yeah,
That's
I just
not,
played
like,
the Ranger on the melee row.
Passy's points.
I guess he doesn't want to use his Igni anyway. Passy doesn't, because he wants to save that for Regis, since he's gonna have last say. Yeah, I think I just pass here. Now that I think about it. Because now he's played a flutter from hand. He has to draw the other flutter, which if he had, he would have played. You know he would have played it.
Mm.
The fact that he had to decree for one, like, of course he doesn't have the other flutter in hand.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, like at this point, Passy smells blood, or maybe like...
I guess he's threatening the Igni now. No, he's not, because
Yeah.
it's 19. He just wanted to thin. He wanted to thin. Now he will pass.
Or even just 2-0, like...
Uh,
I mean...
well, there's that. Igni's going to be 20 points. The Regis is 19 if he plays the last. That's 40. Well, never mind. Yeah, he can just do it. It's over.
I said that Passy smells blood, but I think it's more like Passy just...
He's scooping
smells
up blood
like
from the floor with a bucket.
Yeah, just like a carcass that's just completely bloody, just like critical failure of like the heart. Like, yeah, this is just.
Hey.
I'm just sweeping the tournament.
Well, he's going to have to face against Passy next. So that will be a very close match. I suspect. I will need a short break after this to eat. It's 7 p.m. and I realized I haven't had breakfast. So yeah, that's why I was like munching on a granola bar in the middle of one of the games. You got within 7 points.
7 points.
So if he had played Flutter sooner.
That was surprisingly close.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, that does put the nail in the coffin for Wilson. Wilson is out. We don't get to see any more of Wilson's vamps.
It's alright.
And Passy does proceed to face off against the Cams in the... Is that the semi-final? That is the semi-final.
It is a semifinal. Yep.
Wilson was just in a bad situation because he never wanted to play that deck on red coin, but he didn't have a choice
Yeah,
because he already won a game. So
yeah. Like this is the thing in like a best of 3, if you take decks which are quite heavily dependent on certain coins, you need to win with that deck on that coin if you get the chance. Like because Wilson
has to be
only got one
guaranteed.
shot
Yeah.
at blue coin. Like it's not like a best of 5 where at least you're gonna get 2 shots on each coin. Worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Well, at least assume you don't get 3-0'd, obviously. But
I assume we
if
want to
you get
watch
3-0'd,
the Cams deck, the Cams game next.
Cam's already won.
Yeah. So
Unless
Cams
you
versus
mean-
Passy. I mean,
Oh yeah. I'll set that up.
are they going to be going
still-
at the same time, the 2 semis, or are we going to catch both of them?
I don't think I can. I don't know if there's a way for me to set it so they
You just have to tell them to wait. Don't play your game until I tell you. But I don't think we.
I don't even know if you can with Tony
Oh,
Klein.
you already set it to.
Oh, it's like automated. Wow.
I think it automatically, like once you just start the round, all the games in that round play at the same time. It gives like players, I think, 10 minutes roughly to start playing that game. Maybe you could like play around with it to like not have to. Actually, I think you could tell the players not to open their Gwent client. And then it won't send the invite, maybe, but it's quite hard to set things like that up.
I think I should have known we were gonna do that beforehand. I didn't know, so I'm not able to. We'll see who is in the semifinal that I can tell to wait. We'll see. Because the games between Habu and Jamie are still going, and the game between Lil Mixon and 2P are still going. Lil Mixon is also crushing it.
Nice. He's going to be facing 2P next, looks like. And Jamie. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been showing the bracket on screen. Jamie One Hand's going to facing up against Habu, right? He's already winning.
Yep.
Ahead by 1. Cams versus Passy is ready. I added myself as an observer, so they'll invite me when it starts. And yeah, I'm going to go grab some food. You guys keep chat entertained. I will be back.
Okay. So these next few matches are going to be the money matches. Those are the big ones.
Yes, what it all comes down to.
Yeah,
Put it all on the line.
all the marbles. I'm not giving out dollars. I'm giving out marbles. Tricked everyone. Just a box, not a box, a jar of marbles. If you win, you get
Yeah.
150 of them.
Yeah, marble's worth $1, right?
I don't even think a marble is worth a penny.
Hey, don't tell them. I'm sure there's like some marble collectors out there. Don't tell them, because
I don't
probably
know
would just be
that.
like shattering their live streams.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, Lil Mixon just won. So
Oh,
the
nice.
semis are going to be Kelsey versus Cams and Lil Mixon versus the winner of Jamie One Hand and Habu.
Pretty sure I recognize Jane One Hand from some of the qualies. I think they've played in even some of the top 16 qualies. Could be mistaken though.
That's cool. And then Cams is a pro player, and then I don't know about Lil Mixon.
Yeah,
But
like,
they've been crushing it.
and hey, like, you don't need to be a pro player to beat a pro player necessarily. Like, it's
True.
always awesome to see like upsets happening. Like, it's
Yeah.
never just a done and deal of who's gonna take it.
Yeah. That was almost bad. There we go.
In the first Gwent tournament I played in, the World Cup qualies in like, what was it, 2020 maybe, or 2019. Our first games were against Austria. I was on Team Australia, and Shaggy, who quite a great player, just I think slept in and didn't turn up to his match. So my teammate Sushi Safaki just took the win by default against Shaggy.
Wow, that has to suck.
Yeah, if memory serves, Team Austria still went on to qualify for the main event, whereas we fell just short. So didn't end up making a difference. But yeah, it's not the way you want to start a tournament.
I haven't been able to do tournaments myself because I have a really weird sleeping schedule and I can never line it up.
Mm.
That's why I wanted to host my own, because I'm like, then I can watch other people play and it'd be fun and give them something for being a part of the community. It'd be fun.
Yeah, it's great. And like, big kudos to you for like hosting this. Like, it's always great to see more tournaments in the Gwent scene.
Rip Vamps, true. But GG's to both Passy and Wilson. They both did really well.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Okay.
Oh,
Let me set up the next spectate, because there's still.
I already added myself.
Yeah, I know. Undo for this round.
Okay.
Wait. You already added yourself. Oh.
Looks like Lil Mixon made it, and for Jamie One Hand versus Habu.
Yep, that's all we're waiting on.
Okay.
Let me make sure there's nothing going on, because that was the match that.
I think
Okay.
Derp wants to help cast this next game, potentially.
Derp is more than welcome to help cast. I would greatly appreciate Derp's help.
Oh. There he comes. Oh, you won't see it on stream for another 5 minutes, I guess. But he's here now.
Yay, Derp.
The number one Gwent esports cat of all time. Is that a chuckle? You mock him? Chat.
no, that's a
Lemon is
chuckle of
mocking
agreement.
Derp.
That's a chuckle of agreement. The name is the most fitting for any esports cat there could
Oh.
be.
Okay, thank you. You are forgiven. Trying to find his brush to entertain people during the delay. I guess we could look at what Lil Mixon's playing. I have not done that yet. Yeah, right now there are 6 people left technically.
Okay, we're about to go into the final, the semifinals.
We are? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get an invite. When I do, I'll join.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Looks like.
Lil Mixon has an off the books, a reckless flurry, and imprisonment.
So not running any of like the opponent boosty shenanigans in the imprisonment list for Lil Mixon. Running more of like the older Vega Vilga forts. duo.
Oh, interesting. Brothans. Actual Brothans. Not even an Igni or a Yurden. Just the
Yeah.
Vilgeforts. Wow.
It's weird, but like this is the more wholesome version of imprisonment. Like never thought I'd be saying that.
Yeah,
but,
last season's deck is this season. Last season's Cancer. This season's Wholesome.
like I kind of miss Vilgefortz now compared to all these Ignis and Erdens.
I mean, it's got a. It doesn't have a Treherne, so it's
Yeah,
it's very wholesome.
could be worse.
The standards are ever shifting when it comes to Nilfgaard. Just when you think they couldn't get any more toxic, they just top it all. Now everybody's playing Ivar.
Then the flurry is. I was hoping to see like that Superdea list, but no, it's just a
Superdea. The one that
fairly standard
Spelling Bee
Sigdrief is
played?
right for Sove with Erendite. But was it Puzzle Express who played the
was Spelling
shoot
Bee.
version in the Spelling Bee,
Yeah.
right?
I've been playing Miamon's Reckless Flurry Sov devotion list, and it is surprisingly strong once I finally learned how to play it. I went up like 100 MMR yesterday. And so I was hoping to see some of that. I think it's a better list than these Erudite lists, actually. Maybe not. I guess it could vary. But whenever I face them in the mirror, it definitely destroys them. Because it's just like I have their deck, but with War of Clans, that they don't have. So I can remove things that they can't remove.
Yeah, devotion is always like it's weird. Like when we first had the Master Mirror Warriors coming out, like that Devotion Warriors list, gosh, like it was atrociously strong. Like I hated it in the moment, but now like kinda has that soft spot in my heart now. Especially because I was playing Blaze of Glory before Ice was released. Back when everyone was like running P Fury as the leader with Warriors. After Second Wind got reworked. I was running that Blaze of Glory as the extra removal. Yeah, and then the third list for Lil Mixon is this off the books. Running that Philippa, no collusion.
Yeah, this is the standard
Professor.
of the blood meta report list. Even has the cleric. So I guess we're gonna see Cams versus Passy first, I assume.
Yeah. I think you're just gonna run them at the same time.
Okay.
Just makes it easier.
So when the time starts, it just everybody gets an invite and you just have to join.
They have to set their bans and then they get the invite. So if they don't set their bans,
Oh.
Yeah.
So we saw Cam's self wound list. His off the books is line pockets is Golden Necker poison with dual townsfolk, roach and knickers. So it's gonna be very strong in round one. And his imprisonment list is the one that I said cut Guillaume. And it runs Lydia instead.
Huh.
Or not, I guess not instead. Runs one sergeant. Runs Yurden instead of Igni. And Lydia instead of Guillaume. But then gets the points from running only one Nilf Knight and one sergeant. Runs one Peller and two Illusionists, but two slave drivers still. Not any slave infantry, though. What do you think they're going to ban?
I feel like Nilfgaard's just the most likely ban, generally speaking.
Looks like Passy banned Self Wound. And Cam's banned Nilfgaard. I think that makes sense, banning Self Wound, because Guerrilla Tactics and I guess Cove might have been able to deal with it, but Guerrilla Tactics certainly couldn't. We saw that before.
Yeah. I mean, I
I guess it was a
think the
close
guerrilla
game.
tactics would have won that game if they had just killed the Ceres with the Dried Ranger.
That's
It was
true.
only 4 points, and
But he also had a really good round 1, right?
yeah, that's true.
So maybe after how close that game was. Wait, did Passy play against Wilson's self wound? He did, right?
I
No,
think so.
did,
Maybe
no,
maybe I'm wrong.
I thought Passy
Let's see.
Okay,
banned it because
Passy.
Passy went against the Nilfgaard's monsters for
Oh yeah,
Wilson.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it was a Vryhead who lost against the self wound.
Gotcha.
Oh.
I should hide the chat because it's the comments from chat on screen are from 5 minutes ago.
Lads will make sure of that.
It's gonna just be confusing.
Oof, a syndicate. Basically a mirror. But not exactly because they're playing fairly different decks.
Yeah.
Cam's running with the more old school golden neck aligned pockets, and Passy running the newer Pirates Cove Siggy Mastermind list.
I'm very interested in this matchup actually. How does because the Cove deck doesn't have a lot of tall punish. And if these townsfolk, because Camps has 2 of them, if these townsfolk get out of hand, like Drill's not gonna. What do you do?
I guess essentially, like the big play from Cams is this Golden Necker, the big play from Passy is this Siggy Mastermind. So if I would assume that if one of the players plays one of these big plays in a round and the other one doesn't, then the player who played the big play should just take the round. Like you can't stack up against the Golden Necker, I think, unless you commit your Siggy Mastermind and vice versa.
Sure. But let's say those two cancel each other. Like, look at what's on the board right now. Camps is going to win round 1.
Oh yeah. Like with the double fist tech, you probably don't want to use, but these shady vendors, they'll be playing for a lot of points. These shady vendors.
You mean these townsfolk? You said shady. Oh, shady vendors. If he plays them on because there's
Yeah, because the shady vendor has profit itself. It'll play a crime, giving another coin, and the crime probably has profit itself as well. So that's like 3 points on each townsfolk. That's like an extra 6 points on top of the pretty decent points the shady vendor gives out.
Yep. Okay, I'm with you now. Basically, a ton of points. Just prints money. Does Camps have necromancy? He does not. So it is, I guess, something that he has committed both of townsfolk in round 1.
Yeah. I read necromancy a while back in this kind of list, although I don't think it ever became super popular as a tech.
Puzzle was like the primary advocate of it, or that I saw using it, and he really liked using it on initially Salamage or Shady Vendor, and then later when Salamage got nerfed, it was just Shady Vendor and Townsfolk. All those were good targets for it. But now we've seen Cams play both Shady Vendors and both Townsfolk in round 1. So
Yeah, the crazy thing is Passy's keeping up in points relatively decently.
Just with Firesworn package and Little Bird.
Yeah. And there's no spender for Cams. Like, this is probably gonna bite Cams quite hard here, because,
well,
like, how is he going to use these coins? He basically just has to pass here unless he wants to commit some of these poisons for suboptimal value.
True. Suppose he could play Gellert. But
yeah.
There's 2 little birds on the board.
Yeah.
They're like, hey,
like that.
Last season's OP card. Meet. Oh, he commits to Morale, which I guess is normal. You do want to play Morale early in this kind of game.
If you don't want to lose on even, you have to play the Morale here. You don't have a choice.
He's going to kill a 9 next turn, but he's going to overprofit a lot.
Yeah.
Or he
And,
can.
like, even if you play the Gellert here, like, it's
He has to
not
go with an
really
Ecker.
a spender, because, like, it's more like an engine than a spender, if I'm being real here.
I don't see how Camps gets out.
Draw that bandana over your face. It's good.
He just has to hope that like Passy has some unplayable cards.
Yeah, this yeah, leader to get ahead.
Still.
That does not feel good.
Yeah, the one leader is fine, but now he can't do that again.
Yeah, and like, if you have a profit, you don't boost your townsfolk here,
So
because
he's
you
gonna
don't
Sven
actually
with
get the
Gellert
coins.
first, click leader again, then play his crime card. Oh, that's so painful. Hamilfart comes down. Oh no. 20
At
points.
least you get the Himmelfart out,
Yeah.
but yikes. So really, what did Passy commit there? Himmelfart and a couple 5 provision cards?
Yeah. That's why little birds are so good.
Like, those 2 little birds are also cheaper than the 2 townsfolk, but probably played for more value. Like, it's kind of crazy. So now, Passy has control of this game. Proactivity is slightly awkward here. Like, you have to play either the Jacques or Bank if you want to bleed. Don't know if you really want to play either. They
He plays Jacques. I guess, is he gonna senior the little tokens?
that feels terrible.
Yeah, but you gotta get the golden necker out or you lose.
Yeah. I don't know necessarily, because I think the Siggy Mastermind will probably play for more points than the Golden Necker would.
Ooh, that's a nice golden necker.
Well, yeah.
Holy
Well,
shit.
there's the Golden Necker now.
Well, the thing is, if you get the golden necker out and you keep Siggy,
Mm. Yeah, and it's also the case that Passy on uneven, so doesn't have to worry about going a card down here.
Yeah.
Can basically just get the Golden Necker out for free. Cam spends down to no coins in the bank. And
Oh, yeah.
even if they have this 8 points from Siri Nova as resilience, it's
Candle hasn't even
probably
been
not.
used once, so it's fresh. Azar is still in hand. Drill's gone, sure, but I assume we still have Poison Brothers. We have Roland. Junior comes on. Wow. Did not expect that, but I guess it makes sense. He's just going to go to as short a round as possible with Siggy.
Yeah, but I don't know why you wouldn't just play the pulling the strings there. How
Not
many?
Not enough ganks.
But you just profit, right?
True.
Or do you need a target? I've not really played much with pulling the
No,
strings.
no, you can play on empty board. Now he plays it. What did he remove with Junior?
Draw?
Oh, right, right. He wanted to be able to play 2 more cards, and if he played... Like, if he was already committed to playing down to bank, then that line makes more sense. Because if you just play the profit card, opponent can see that you can't reach and can hero pass, right?
I don't know if a hero pass would have been enough, but you would have had to pass after playing the profit card anyways. So there's Bar. I guess Bar can get decent value with the Siggy, perhaps. That Inquisitor is looking quite sad from the side of Passy, though.
Yeah. But Shady Vendor could give him a disciple. Does he?
True.
You play Bart first, though, right?
Yeah, you play bot here, I think 100%.
Cam needs to play Azar next before he can play Mutagen, but he'll want to play Location before the Mutagen before last too.
Wait, mutagen? Oh, the soul mutagens.
Yeah. I don't think he tributes the Azar.
Yeah, I don't think there's reason to here.
And receive the gift of life.
Yeah, you're better off just spending the 3 coins on the candle. So,
I elude corpses, except sometimes they're quite fresh.
oof. So that's 2 tags now.
Igni. I can't turn off my Igni brain. Yeah, he's got 2 tags. Shady
Yeah,
Vendor will be
so-
a third. But he goes for Siggy first because he wants to use Shady Vendor as a crime after
Yeah.
the turn after, since he figures it's nothing that can kill Drill.
Look at this collusion value.
Neither of mercy nor
Uh,
forgiveness.
I was expecting it to be a bit bigger. I guess it does give a good amount of profit as well. Hold on. Oh wait, no, the scarab's in the way. Yeah, the scarab with that 1 armor is you're just short of being able to kill the Salamandra failed experiment.
Looks like Passy got it.
Yeah, Passy should take this here.
Because he still has a spender.
Yeah. Ooh, it might be actually a bit close. Like those
I guess
the
it depends
kind of
on what he
spending
gets.
and poisons played for a lot.
He did.
Who's got the wares if you've got the coin?
Oh.
This is the most coins. Line of credit?
Is there a good target though?
Yeah, there's a 2.
I don't think you take that. I think you just take one of the others because you get the coins from bar anyways. Over profited a little bit.
Yeah, that's enough. No,
And you
no,
can't
he's short
full
by
spend
2.
anyways. Yeah. Line of credit. I don't know. I don't think I agree with the line of credit there.
But if you play Fist Deck, Bart doesn't give you coins. Because it's not a unit. Bart's only on units, right?
The unit was the blind eye that was played, right? None of the crimes give you coins from bot. No?
Yeah. Yeah, because the other one was like wait, was it Eventide?
There was Fist Tech, Eventide Plunder, and Line of Credit.
Yeah.
Line of Credit killed a 2 to get 7 coins. And over profited a bit.
Yeah, because
Oh.
he had exactly 3 coins. Which all of it was used by Shady Vendor. Right? Because you profit 1 and you have to spend 4. So he had 0 coins. Wait, why did he go back to... Is Bart unit or card?
Bot is unit only.
How did he get to 9 coins from getting 7 from the crime?
I think it was 3. Bot gave 3 coins.
For the
or
Shady
3 or
Vendor.
4 coins for the Shady Vendor
because it's
body.
blind eye. Okay.
I think 3 coins probably. But really, there's no point going to 9 coins because you only spend in 2s. So you
But Fist
could
Deck
have
would have
even just
taken him
taken.
to 7 coins.
Yeah, you could have even maybe taken the Eventide Plunder and hoping for another game you didn't control for more coins on the bar anyways.
Yeah, Plunder might have been the line. Sounds like.
Yeah. I even think dipping the Pontar might have been 1 or 2 more points. Anyways, that game is in the past.
Yep.
So now we have Cams on the Nilfgaard. Cams just needs 1 more win to take this series, and Passy needs to get this reverse sweep to stay alive.
True. And isn't Nilfgaard favored in this matchup?
Most likely, I think it is.
I mean, he's got Renfrey. That's the key thing. How
Yeah.
many golds in deck? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I Roderick for Rune Mage as soon as I can, with reasonable failover. As soon as there's like an Ivar target, I Roderick. Play Rune Mage, play Renfrey, get kindness in game. I mean, I know it's not that simple.
It's never that simple.
Okay, first leader charge comes down.
Yep.
I wonder if he'll just go for it without Rune Mage.
That'll be quite ballsy.
So he saw his deck order. Anything important there? This is the second lock, I assume. Gets the armor for 1 less point on the leader charge.
Yeah. Cams is running double cavalry, but hasn't drawn any of those in this round 1. So we'll still have access to some locks in later rounds, even if they use the full leader here.
Yep.
Oh.
Plus it will let him Renfrey sooner.
Yeah. When do you need a Renfrey if you want to get full value out of Patience? Is it turn 3 or turn 4?
The 8 cooldown one?
Yeah. Can you still get 3 triggers on it? Or
Yeah, I think so. But it's very hard.
yeah. Just takes the Patience as well as the stratagem spam.
Oh, kindness. He got kindness.
Oh, did I say Patience?
Yeah.
Kindness. Apologies.
Kindness, I mean, you can get it with like 4 cards left and it's still really good.
Yeah.
And he took stratagem, which will help him deal with poison too. Because there's no there's no 2 poisons 1 turn, except if you don't have a Dryad and you play Willow on chapter 2 of the scenario, you could get a Dryad poison.
Leave while you still stand.
Yeah, these poisons might be enough to keep passing this round. This could possibly be an Igni round as well. If the Zoltan is able to ping down that Renfrey's gang at 6, could be lining up a few 5s to hit.
Yeah.
Although probably not, because this spotter is going to go up to 10 anyways once the order gets clicked.
But like, worst case scenario, Ivar wins you the round. Like,
Yeah.
it's interesting that Lydia comes down before Rune Mage also. He just really, Cam just is not interested in YOLOing.
Oh, that is a roll and a half.
Lydia into Bountiful Harvest, into Purify Elf, Mother of God. How tilted are you as Passy right now?
Yeah. Probably tilting off the face of the earth if that was me.
I would try not to think about it, I guess. I don't know. It would depend on my mood. If I was already in a bad mood, it would end me. If I'm in a good mood, I'd be like, whatever.
Okay, I'm exaggerating. If that was on ladder, I'll just be like, okay, god damn it. If it's in tournament, you have to be like, okay, that just happened. I have to move past that. Sucks, but this round might be over. I can still win the rest of the game, maybe.
Copium.
Copium, yeah.
It was already hard going into NG. Like, now he's going to be down 2 cards. Well, no, actually, because he's got another thing coming. Another unit coming, so he's fine. But, like, as in, camps can't just pass here. Doesn't play another
No.
card. Right, he just plays a slave driver. Kills the Milva, now no more Milva. That's also gotta hurt. Do you play the Igni here? Willow first.
You can delay it.
Oh, there's no
Saskia
lock
will put you
actually.
ahead.
That Willow's gonna get value.
Yeah.
What's coming out though? Oh, Elf.
Arm be won.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, another spotter. So yeah, so now you'll take the Pella on the Chameleon. This is what I was saying, I think previously, like the Pella counters the imprisonment damage quite nicely on the
Yeah.
Chameleon, because now it's back to just the full
I should
power.
put a Pellar in my Harmony list. I'm convinced now it's worth it. More so than
How could you not
Squirtle.
have the MV Pella?
Because I like
More
having
Squirtle
only like units that proc Harmony. Nice, nice Guillaume. That's that's annoying. I've done that too. There is a nice Igni in the back row too if he doesn't click it. So Percival comes on very late. That's very interesting. He's kind of being abused here from Blue Coin because you would have wanted to play Percival sooner, right?
Yeah.
You could just Triss. He doesn't even have to Roderick here. But
This is starting to get a bit expensive for cams, though.
yeah. He did get the Zoltan, but yeah. You're not guaranteed to get a good Triss again. Especially with 2 leader charges left.
No. And well, yeah, and with the stratagem spam, it's not particularly conducive to a good Triss, not as much as like the player bronze draw card.
True. Okay, so it's gonna be an 18-point spotter here. Alright, wait, Igni. That's and then 2 leader charges is 4 points. Clicking Chameleon is 1,000,000 points. I think
Yeah,
he
that
Ignis.
should be to get ahead by a smidge. Also, does Saskia surely doesn't have any pools by now?
No.
Yeah,
I guess
we
this
have
is
a
a
human on
relic.
board as well. So
There's
the
already
Bounty
Witcher and
Girl
an elf.
can't come out anyways.
Right, a dwarf. Yeah, nothing. Look at these ratty dwarfs who've been split up. Very, very symmetrical layout here by Passy. We gotta appreciate that.
And it's ruined. Yeah, so at this point, Passy's just saying, okay, you get my Igni, but I at least get your last card if you want to win on even. So, which of these is worth less?
Ivor?
Yeah.
See, if he had done the YOLO thing when I said he should have, Roderick for the Rune Mage, he wouldn't have had this problem. I said, like, one thing I've learned about Ivar is, like, is not a card, even though it's a 10 provision card, it is not a card you hold on to. It's even, you hold on to it less than you hold on to Igni. You see a good one, you take it. In this case, it was take one anyway.
It's interesting to note there, Passy mulligans the scenario.
He has to.
Doesn't want to use the scenario to defend the bleed, especially because there's no harmony triggers.
Yeah, I remember watching, I think with Sheath, one of the games where it was Kerpeton against someone who had, like Paja had the Harmony deck, and he mulliganed the scenario, and it was like, yeah, this is the line you have to take, because it will come out if you have it in your hand, and it's your win con.
Yeah.
Uses water
Waters
to
are pretty
defend the bleeding.
perfect here, I think. Yeah.
I don't know if this Saboteur... If he leaders, I don't know if the Saboteur will be enough. So will he leader? He's thinking about it. He's counting. He's like, what could be the card that you have? It's Guardian, it's 10, or Scenario, it's 10.
Takes it. Like,
Yeah. Smart.
that should be the 2-0 in the back now.
Yeah.
Just doing my bit for the revolution.
Might as well play it out just to make sure. But losing that Milva really hurt.
Yes.
That 100% gets him there. Was that a
Not by
misplay
much.
with the
I mean, that
Milva, or
Saboteur
was it
still
something he
played
had to
for a
remove?
lot. Can't remember what caused the Mills to come
I
out.
think he was trying to get ahead and not lose on even,
Yeah.
which happened anyway. It was classic, like, you know, you don't want to play all your good stuff, but then you slowly end up playing out all your good stuff anyway to avoid losing on even. But you play them in a suboptimal way because you played them like back to front or something,
Yeah.
right? Because, like, for example, you
by
want to play
focusing on
Percival
them-
earlier if you can, so he gets all the harmony boosts. But you played it like second to last.
Yeah. Trying to play too greedy, trying to save resources ends up costing resources in that case.
Yeah, it's something I've done a lot. Like, it's one of the holes in my play that some of my better players in the chat have pointed out to me, and so now I'm always like looking for it. And
Yeah.
it's just like one of those things where I think like someone with Cam's experience can tell that's what's happening and just keeps
Yeah.
just pressing their foot on your neck, just ever so, just adding slightly more pressure every time, and you just getting bled to death.
Yeah, like they basically have like hand reading done quite well, and like being able to sort of guess what's in the opponent's hand. But yeah. So with that, Cams takes the first spot in the grand finals here. GG's to Passy, made it quite far, played quite well as well, but
Yeah, he played really well.
unfortunately falling just short.
I don't know. Short of that Milva, maybe? I don't know if I saw any misplays from Passy. Or at least none that I could tell. Probably somebody better than
I
me.
think maybe not so much in the micro, but possibly in like more the macro sequencing.
Yeah. Looks like Jamie One Hand is ahead 1-0 versus Lil Mixon. He won with his Reckless Flurry list. He banned Mixon's... Oh, sorry. Mixon's Imprisonment was banned. So next game's going to be Nilfgaard. Jamie One Hand's Nilfgaard is going to face either off the books or Reckless Flurry. I assume it's going to be off the books. I wouldn't want to play that Arendite list against Nilfgaard.
Let me get.
What's that?
No,
Kiki, you're very quiet.
sorry, I'm trying to set it up so you can spectate.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That
you
would be
already,
cool.
you already. No, okay. Oh, that's why I'm clicking the wrong thing. All right. This add spectator, Moshcraft. There you go.
Thank you.
You're added.
So I assume they're already in the middle of game 2. So
Yeah, probably. I wish it would let you spectate in the middle of a game, but I guess there's no way to do that.
You sweet summer child. we're still waiting for the ProRag ladder to actually work on the first click. You want middle of the game observer join? Holy crap. Scale down your expectations, sir. Please. You must come from one of those like rich games.
Played Magic.
Oh yeah, one of those money printing operations with the scummy money extraction practices. Sorry, I'm not a fan of games where you buy things to win.
Yeah.
I put them in the
I don't
same
play
bucket as
Magic.
Warhammer. Here I go alienating like a third of my viewers who probably love Magic. But one thing I love about, I'll say it in this way. the reason I play Gwent is because CDPR. Because I love for The Witcher, they were like, pay money, play a game, and I love that. And I was like, I trust them to not be scummy, and they weren't. And so I'm still playing Gwent after 3 years.
Yeah. Like it's a bit it always feels weird to me, like trying to say like, oh well, it's not really pay to win, even though you do need to actually like get the cards to play with the cards.
Yeah.
Because it is quite generous. And like
It's the most generous game I've ever played.
yeah.
I think the next generous is like Runeterra, but
Yeah, I'd
the
agree with
difference
that.
is huge.
How's Snap? I heard Snap is like you can't craft
Oh, Snap
cards.
is great. Snap is great too. I forgot about Snap. Yeah, you don't craft cards, you don't crack packs. You just unlock cards by playing the game. That's it.
But you can't, like, if you want to make a specific deck, you can't just make a card.
No, you need to. The way it currently works is there's like 3 pools of cards, and they go from like say level 100, say like level 0 to 100, level 100 to 200, level 200 to 300. Each there's a pool, simplified but whatever. And once you've like fully completed a pool, then you'll have all the cards from that pool. As you're going through like the levels of that pool, you get cards randomly from within that pool.
I
So
see.
like let's say you really wanted, I don't know, like Heimdall to finish your movement deck off for 1. But Heimdall's like the last card, the last random card you get in pool 1, then you're gonna be pretty upset that you take forever to actually get him.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. But it's cool because you don't have to pay to win, but it sucks that
Yeah.
you don't have control over what you get.
Yeah.
And I think you have to pay for Captain America, but I could be wrong.
I don't believe you do. I thought it was just like a pool 1 card.
Okay.
There is, I believe it's Miles Morales, like the current season pass card you have to pay for. I'm not quite sure how like they're gonna get the season pass to work. That seems to be the main way they intend to make money. It's like after the season pass is over, I don't know like where that card goes. Whether you can still get it, whether it's like limited edition or whatever. If it's limited edition to that season pass, that seems pretty scummy to me.
I was talking to Passy in chat, actually. He said he should have double leadered and landed like a 30-point Igni in round 1 of the Harmony game. I think I missed that Igni. I saw all the Ignis that like couldn't happen because there was no Igni in the game, but I missed that one. And then he's like, but I was too tilted after throwing game 1.
Yeah.
And he said he forgot about Bart's passive.
That happens sometimes. Like there's just a lot of things going on at once. There's a lot of things like playing on your mind, and you just miss those little things.
I mean, there's Syndicate has a lot of little things. Even like Puzzle, or made a mistake. We were reviewing his games, and he made a mistake with the coin count because he was used to line pockets. Or sorry, it was line pockets versus off the books bounty tribute cost or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like it's there's a lot of micro in Gwent. I'm doing that in turns that have like a set time period. I don't know how these players do it, to be honest. I used to think I'm pretty smart and quick, and I started playing Gwent. So I'm gonna try and upload these VODs to YouTube specifically.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll break them up or just one giant thing. Probably just one giant thing, just so I can get them up there faster. I don't know if you care if I do that or not.
No, I don't care. That's fine.
Because some of the people were like, "Oh, I have to go to bed," and I said, "Well, you can catch the VOD," but they said YouTube would be more convenient for them, so I'll do that.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I realized that the time I picked for this was not ideal for everyone, so the next one that I do, I'm probably gonna do it like 7 a.m. my time on like a Saturday. Try to get up early.
Yeah, that's a really good time for Europe,
Yeah.
which is most of the
Yeah.
viewers, but not a good time for Lemon, I think.
Probably not. This tournament, I think, started at like 9 a.m. my time, which is quite nice.
Yeah, you were like, what? I mean, yeah, for me it was 4 p.m., which is also really nice. But like right around now, like it's 7, I mean, from about an hour ago to about 2 hours from now is the deadest time in Gwent, I've noticed.
Mm.
Because Europe's asleep.
Yeah.
I also get
I
the
picked 4
weirdest
o'clock.
games.
Yeah. I picked 4 o'clock because I used to play Magic, and there were community tournaments at 4 o'clock every day of the week on Magic Online that were run by players. It's like I'll just do that. That's what I'm used to doing for tournaments. Sometimes I ran those tournaments,
Gotcha.
and like that seems like a good time. And then I found out it was MST and not Pacific, which I don't know why Gwen thinks I'm Mountain Time when I'm not. I guess sometimes I am, but not always. But
Well, I think Magic has a bigger American base than Gwent.
yeah, Magic is huge in America.
Well, no, I mean relatively. Like there are more of the players are American, whereas Gwent, the biggest.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like Magic,
there's
of
a lot of
course, is going to
American.
have more European players than all of Gwent, right? But it's going to have a
I
lot more
think
American.
on average, there's probably like more percentage European players in Gwent than there is in Magic.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, for absolutely. Like Gwent is a European game with like 3 North American players. Okay. It's probably more
2 of them
people in
are
like
like
Asia
small.
and Oceania than there are in there. I don't know. I don't know about that, but
Yeah. There's probably more in Asia than
yeah.
America. There's a few Aussie streamers and a couple Aussie players, but like there's really not much down here.
For Magic, I only
There's
know
really
of
not much
one
down here.
Aussie.
Lemon
I
said
only
about
know one
everything
Aussie
Australia.
player. He's a caster. His name's Riley Knight, and he's pretty funny. He has a history podcast as well. But he's like the only Aussie Magic player that I know.
Yeah.
There might be more, but I'm not sure.
So how long?
Oh wait, I'm friends with an Aussie Magic player.
Okay, cool.
Can't believe I forgot about them.
I'm gonna add myself as a
Actually,
spectator to the finals too while we're here.
Okay,
t-
that saves me time.
the more I think about it, there's actually a decent number of Aussie streamers, and oh, I should also add New Zealand. To be fair, there's a decent number of like Aussie New Zealand
There's a
streamers
lot,
in
yeah.
Gwent.
I mean, like Team Creep has a bunch, right?
Yeah.
And before, like I was started streaming, it was always like, um, you know, Shinmiri would log off, and then sometimes it'd be Rashid, and back in the day Bushy, but then there would be just dead time until the Aussie streamers came on. I was like, oh, you saved me. I have something to watch. The only like American primetime streamer was Evades.
Yeah, it's just because like I keep thinking like it's so weird because time zones are just annoying.
Yes.
Like usually when like you have that European, well, it's like my evening. I think more like European morning, when like most of like your Shinmiris, like your Sealies, your Feldies, and like all those European streamers are getting on. Lionheart.
Wait, Shinmiri's European?
No.
Oh, sorry, NA. I meant.
But he streams in the
I was just
mornings,
thinking
our
of the
time.
big name streamers. So like, yeah.
And he
Yeah, I was
does
gonna
it
say,
so that like even when Trinet was streaming, he would stream like so we started like 11 p.m. my time because
yeah.
that's where most of the people are.
I miss Trinut. He was cool.
He's still around. You can watch his
I
stream.
know.
Storybook
He
Brawl.
plays Storybook Brawl now, and I'm not too interested in that game, so I haven't. But he's cool.
All right, so they're still in game 2 somehow. It's the longest game 2 of all time.
Watch it finish like right now.
Yeah, I should hope so. My reload button's experiencing some wear and tear. You guys can't see it. The chat can see. I've been like just spam and reload because I already know their decks too. There's like where you look at. I'm like, should I play a game?
Oh, Jamie won.
Nice, it did. Yes, it updated. So that's a 2-0 then.
Yep.
Wow,
That's
we never got to see Lil Mixon play. Oh well.
That sucks. They did well though.
Yeah, very, very well. Okay.
Let's go ahead and start the last round.
So now it's the finals.
Yep.
So mods, when you hear this, I can't chat it because I don't want the title to spoil anything. When you hear this, please update the title to Jamie One Hand versus Cams 134.
Let me get to the right chat.
Mention it's the finals. Let me know when you've started the round because I don't think it lets me add it.
I started the round.
also should probably spell Jame One Hand correct in the title. That probably could be good too.
Yeah, sorry, Jane One Hand. My bad. Or
Yeah,
Jaime One
currently
Hand.
it's just on hand.
It still doesn't let me add myself as a spectator yet.
Really? You should be added as a spectator.
Lil Mixon asks if there's a match for third place or if you should go to bed.
There's not a match. Why is it? I added you as a spectator.
Thank you, because it wasn't letting me for some reason. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't letting me do it either, but I just did.
Okay, I see it. Okay, so what do we think are going to be the bans in this game?
I need to see the list.
So it's yeah, James is playing, or is it Jaime? I don't know. One Hand is playing has brought Imprisonment, Pirates Cove, and Reckless Flurry. Cam's we know is Imprisonment, Self Wound, and Line Pockets. Very.
I think Cam's bans Nilfgaard. One Hand probably bans. I don't know. I could see anything for.
Why wouldn't Cam's ban Reckless Flurry? Isn't that good against Poison Kicker?
Because it's because Sylva's
Maybe.
immune.
Not because of so, because just
the control.
Yeah, they can easily like kill the engines or get past Azar without.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Plus, they have enough tempo with Soul and Air. Like, I guess. Yeah. What about coins? Does Self Food care about coin?
Wait, does Self Wound care about
like
coin?
Yeah, like blue coin or red coin.
Oh, not sure.
It's like is it just an okay list on either coin? Because I assume his and Nilfgaard is also okay on either coin. So
I feel like Self Wound probably depends on like who they're up against, how much they need round control.
yeah. Nilfgaard can deal with Self Wound because it has so many locks. You can just lock the Grimmest and lock the other stuff. Right? So then maybe that's why Cam's bans Nilfgaard. Because Cove probably can't deal with it. Reckless Flurry doesn't run Heatwave. He just has Erendite. It might be able to deal with it, but Reckless Flurry is going to want blue coin. And he can beat it with Syndicate, maybe?
Just opening up these decks. Oh.
I have Cam's decks open, but you can't see it. Oh, looks like the bans are in. So yeah, Cams did ban Nilfgaard, and One Hand did ban Self Wound. It's kind of what you predicted, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't honestly. I didn't put too much thought into it. I was just guessing based on what Cams previously did, and people tended to like banning self wound, but
Smarter.
still got it right.
Yeah. I got the invite for game one. Let's go.
Nice.
The finals are here. Cams versus Jaime or Jamie One Hand. And it's gonna be what? I guess One Hand is going first, so he probably goes Reckless Flurry, which means Cams goes what? Line Pockets or Nilfgaard? Nilfgaard, right?
Yeah, I'll be guessing Nilfgaard. Yeah, the Erden can deal with the serve, the last say.
Yeah. And it's like spotters are still kind of a pain for, like, sure they can Junod one, but everything else, like, it's just the NG deck is very point slammy.
It could possibly even contest that discard package if they don't draw well. Like in the round one, they could point slam quite well. It is sort of dependent on whether One Hand is able to draw those skirmishes, draw that Morkvarg or not.
I'm fighting with my mods who are responding to stuff I said 5 minutes ago. This is a different type of content that I didn't anticipate would happen with the delay, but it's worth experiencing. It's like putting messages in a time capsule and watching people open it. Hey Sam, 5 minutes from now, these. Okay. They're still, I guess, preparing or picking their first decks.
Yeah.
These
Or
what?
maybe
No, I'm kidding.
Wait, can I change the name of game one? Oh, that's the result. Okay. I was wondering why I have a little pencil icon. I can just decide who wins. I'm God.
I had to do that actually for one of the games, to give the game loss. So because they played the deck that was banned. I didn't know I could do that. If I had known I could do that, I would have done things differently. But so it is.
okay. So yeah, it is the Skellige against Nilfgaard. And
We're geniuses.
double skirmisher in hand for One Hand as well as this coral.
That's very good.
Yeah, that's good.
Cam's had 2 illusionists that he threw at the mulligan, but he's only missing 3 golds, which is really good. Talent right there, and he has Roderick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also as if the discard package wasn't enough, we just have a casual 8 for 4 with the Brockfar Warrior as well.
9 for 4.
Wait, 9? Is he? 3, 2, 1 plus 2.
Oh,
Is it not
right.
8?
Sweet.
I was gonna say, if it was like 9 for 4, then like, damn, we really are getting power creep now.
Why did I think it's 9? Oh.
Maybe like with the Herald, it's like an extra point, right?
Yeah, with Harold, it's 9. With Ukulele, it's 11. And then with Ukulele and Harold, it's 13.
Yeah.
13 for 4. That's the deck I've been playing.
Yeah, that's wow.
Devotion Herald, I should say.
Yeah. Okay, so we just see a couple 4p point slams coming down, half trading out with the Tortoise. Tortoise though doesn't seem that amazing here because the Coral will be able to just get value out of that exposed ability. Yep, Coral comes out, Roach comes out. Probably not really wanting to draw that Raging Bear. Might hold on to it so that one hand can mulligan it back into deck.
Let's try to decide what to discard. It's can't be that hard. Just discard them. This is one of those bugged out things.
No, I think possibly wanting to see like how hard Cam's commits here, because could even save the skirmisher for like a round 2.
True. I never thought about that. Thought it was automatic. But yeah, he discarded Feral Bond instead because he figured he has enough tempo. Why waste it?
Yeah, like just look at this point gap. Like, if Cams actually plays some bigger plays, then you can actually put the skirmisher down. But if not, you can just hold on to it because, like, say next round you draw Burner, you draw Morgfog. Well, Burner discarding both the skirmisher and Morgfog is pretty good points.
And that's only because he has the Scald or like a Burner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Scald gives you the options to be a little bit more open. And with the Slave Hunts coming down, you're probably not that worried about what Cams is going to be contesting this round with. Still need to play 2 cards on the side of one hand, though. Most likely this Brockfire Warrior and one other.
What's the other one? The Scald, isn't it?
Possibly. There's only there.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like
Don't wanna
Feral
be
Bond is
playing
such a
this-
good card. Maybe
Yeah.
because I've been playing so much Devotion. But
I think it is a bit less good in a deck like this. It's more just filler, but still, like, it's pretty good filler.
yeah. Maybe he's not sure he'll get Bloodthirst in other rounds because of all the armor.
Yeah.
Which makes it not as reliable. Why didn't he click the Hofru? Because he wants to
There's
keep
no
some.
need. Like, it's just you're trading 4 points for 4 points. It's not really doing anything for you here.
It is because it removes bodies. Or it could have. And this deck loves bodies if they ever go long.
Maybe. You know, maybe that's true.
I mean, is there a downside? Is I guess what I'm asking. You go less tall, that's good. Less likely to
Yeah.
give value to Guillaume, Ivar, etc.
I mean, if you saw like some armor coming down, then you don't really want the rain hitting the armor like the next turn.
I see. So if he clicked it, Cams might have played something with armor.
Yeah.
We know he doesn't have anything with armor, but
Yeah.
I guess.
Or maybe we're just overthinking this and one hand just didn't really consider clicking the Hafru.
Yeah.
Now clicks it hoping to snipe the Coral, misses.
Why snipe the Coral? Oh, because it's a 6 body.
Yeah. Yeah. The same reason you were saying, and so we saw the Scald come out there. I'm not sure what it discarded, but not the Skirmisher.
Squirrel, I think.
Okay.
It drew a squirrel and discarded the squirrel.
Yeah.
2 bears in hand.
Double Raging Bear. Especially with
Bears
the
are
Hafru
angry.
and the Squirrel already in graveyard. Yeah. You need those to go back in deck for your double serve to still be around.
He's already thin. He's only got 7 cards in deck. He's happy.
Burner will give 2 more thins.
Yeah. His compass is already set. This can't be
Yeah.
touched except with Yurden, which he doesn't care about because if he gets Yurden this round, then next round it's free.
Yeah, this is why you play Shoop in Nilfgaard, because now the Soph would be able to get Shoop maged, but
Yeah, a good player playing the Shoop NG deck. Oh, it's so frustrating to play against with anything, honestly.
yeah.
There's just so many extra things you have to think about now.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna delete that part from the bot. Let's not spread that message. I'm happy with the low number of shoe players as is.
Not
never enough shoe players.
Next tournament is just all shoe.
I played back in beta. I built a Hensel shoot deck with only one tutor target for Hensel. I won one game with it while using Hensel, and then I just
packed it in and never played it again.
I'm sorry. They were spamming TTS at me. You guys can't hear it, but Sam wrote a novel in TTS. So if you said anything important, you should say it again.
No, it's just a meme.
Okay, I'm gonna mute sound alerts, and then after this game, I'm gonna hunt down my mods and dish out some retribution. I apologize to YouTube for not hearing anything Lemon was saying just now. All right, looks like there's a sergeant on the board.
Yes. So the nice thing is Cam's lost around one since sergeants are online, especially with this slave driver, able to get that duplicate going down. One hand already used one leader charge in the Junon to deal with the first spotter from Ramon, but there are still 2 more spotters in hand waiting to be played. And look at those draws, Raging Bear and a Half-Brew. One hand is not doing a very good job at keeping their beasts in deck. Luck is not on their side. So imagine we'll see the Skirmisher get discarded. Possibly the Half-Brew as well, although that really is not ideal.
Let's not get in the way of me axe.
Wait, discarded the Magic Compass, I think. So that's interesting, because that will also be like in one anti-thin effectively.
Yeah,
But with the decree, that'll cancel out anyways. That should be fine. So I'm curious, the server only has a raging, technically has, technically Morkvarg is a target, I think.
no, Morkvarg
Wait,
is 0 points.
Yes, but I was gonna say if it goes to graveyard, it will just get resummoned, which is not good.
Yeah, because you do 5 damage to it, and it comes back as 5. And you get 10, but he gets 5, so it's the same thing. You might as well not that.
Yeah, so technically you could, but there's no reason to. So it'll be the Raging Bear as the target. Possibly using the Arendelle or the Brockvar Warrior to try and set that up. This Brockvar Warrior is kind of looking sketchy with all this armor going around.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Brockvar always gets value.
No.
Just you wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
The card
And
is a walking foul board, okay?
Yeah. Note the one hand here really can't afford to play either this Raging Bear or Sigdrief as a right from hand, so can realistically only play 3 more cards in this round.
Yeah.
Cam's,
What's he decree into?
I don't know how much money he wants to put on this or not, but with that in mind, may not be needing to prepare for such a long bleed.
Decree only plays for Igni, because you don't want to play Morkvarg from hand.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and Igni's not, there's no Igni.
Not yet.
There it is. Saved. Saved by the sergeant. If this sergeant was on the range row, it would have been fine. That's a mistake. Why give him the Igni here? When you could potentially brick it? Wait, no, Triss hadn't been played yet. Okay. Still. I guess we can see the card, so we know Igni's. Because you don't want to pass here as one hand, right? You've got nothing. You got a Ramon and like 1 sergeant.
Yeah, there's no way you pass here. You haven't even used your Sove yet. You need the thinning from Sove. You probably just play Decree for now. You get ahead, build your Arendelle a bit more.
Looks like he's gonna play Arendelle.
Or we just see the Sove with Arendelle here.
So this is where you play the Milton? Or no, you play another spotter and then Milton, and that should... Oh, Yerden comes out.
So yeah, we see the Erden come down. You basically have to play it here.
Because otherwise you don't have last say, right?
Yeah, you weren't going to get ahead. You weren't going to have the last say. So that's the play. That
I never would have thought about it, but I would have lost the game.
The more you play these matchups, the more you sort of just as macro becomes second nature. And
Yeah, to be
Cams
fair, I've
in
only
one
played
hand.
1,000 games this season, so.
Yeah, I've not played much this season at all. I'm just relying on my knowledge of past metas.
Imagine having knowledge and brains. Those should come in kegs.
That would be nice.
One day. Okay.
But yeah, you're also just by playing in like tournaments, it kind of forces you to think more about matchups as well.
True.
Um,
Not babysitting a bunch of unruly mods.
Poor mods.
Poor.
Oh.
Okay. One hand has one more card they can play here, which would be the Decree into Igni. I imagine we most likely see it come down. But or not. Yeah, it wouldn't really be trading for too much of note.
No, but it would be
Maybe
giving him one
just-
more hand, I think.
Yeah.
And like, is it really gonna? I guess we haven't seen the Milton or the Ivar. So Igni's gonna get value from as long as there's an Ivar. You want to save the Igni.
And yeah, and if you can lead with like Compass in this round 3, or do you really want to lead with Compass? What is Decree pulling here?
More Quark. You should mulligan the Decree, obviously. Wait.
But yeah, then you might just.
No,
pull
you're
more
just gonna
Fargle.
compass the combi. Like you want more Quark in hand for that.
Yeah. Okay, that's a line that would. Be good,
Once
yeah.
I think combi is the line.
Yeah,
Because
I
chat's
think
always saying combi, right? No matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, even
Yeah,
one hand
there you
agrees.
go.
Combi is the line. See, chat. I'm not against combi. Just against losing.
The goddess protect you from all evil.
So it's like- you could maybe also Fukusha from the Compass into like a Coral or a Burner, but since the Decree is still in deck with no valid target, you don't really want to do that, which I think, yeah, it just means Canby is the line to take.
Plus,
at
you
that
want the
point.
bear. Like that, you can't do that at all. 2 out of 3
Yeah,
bricks.
that would have to be after this Sove order gets used.
I guess with the Yurden gone, you don't not afraid of using Sov. Sure.
Yeah. But Cams has not used Renfri's gang yet. Like, this is quite good for Cams in that
Yeah.
it's just a solid 12-point play.
I lead her here as one hand because Bloodthirst.
Yeah.
And
Also makes your Sove just give more damage onto that summoned Raging Bear. The surrender should do a pretty good job spreading Bloodthirst as well. The question is when you're gonna click that.
click what? Sorry. Surrender.
When you're gonna.
Oh my god! Look at that luck. Oh my
Oof,
god.
that's not what you want to see.
No, not like this. Okay, that's better. Whew.
So now we see this. So, and I guess just the Arondites put all your points into one tall body,
Yeah. Plus, remember
protected from that potential Ivar.
there's still a Triss. So surrender removing this 2 is going to be good.
Yeah. Surprise. Yeah. I guess Cams kind of has to both play around surrender and play into the Triss here.
Or also has to play around Igni, right?
Yeah.
But Milton can't be
There's-
played right now. That's the fun part. And actually, one hand isn't going to give him a target. Only card he has to play is Igni because Compass.
Depends on what Compass is doing.
Compass is going to be combi, remember? So Compass and Morkvark are the last 2 cards. They won't matter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true actually.
He's
yeah.
going to surrender next. Oh, now he has to surrender front row. Can't remove the gang in the back. Got to surrender front row to deny 1 more point from the... Well, actually...
You summon the wolves to your side if you kill the wolves with the surrender.
That's good though. They can't be targeted, so it's not like he
Yeah.
can Milton them.
Yeah, I think you still surrender front row here.
What?
Okay, we just played the Mogvarg from hand. Decides not to go for the Camby line.
And
It
gives
can't
him
be so good.
a leader target. That cannot have been a correct play. He's optimizing for his surrender value and not for the game. Like he's like, this card
Yeah, I
plays
think
for
it-
6 points and it could play for 10 later.
I think he might have also just not thought of really the Combi as an option, because like, who actually plays Combi unironically from Compass, right? Like I know it's something
All
you
of my
meant to have in the
opponents
back
when
of
I'm
your
playing
mind.
Vamps.
Yeah, it's meant to be something you have in the back of your mind to force awkward situations.
Well, when
but-
you have a Morkvarg in hand in round 3,
yes,
you should think of Combi.
it
Like
is
other
the
times,
play.
sure, but you have a Morkvarg in hand.
Yeah, it's yeah, yes.
I award you no points. I mean, but you know, this is like their last game of the day. Like after 4 other series, how much I can barely talk right now after watching it. Imagine playing these games.
Yeah. So I think Hams has what 19 points back row, 20 points front row right now. So Igni is online for the front row. Could kill that 7-point Nilf Knight.
I mean, it's really a 5-point Nilf Knight because he's going to be surrendering that.
Yeah.
Cam's is just so brutal. Like the little things that he does that force you to. Yep. That's at that point that's what I would have done too.
Yeah, I think so as well.
You just have to hope that you get another one. So what is this compass going to be then, since it's not a combi? Or did he
Usually I'd
think
be
he was
just
going to have
guessing.
to brick his Igni anyway, and so he...
Maybe was just thinking Igni was bricked, but
It's still going to be... It's not going to be a combi. No. Well, what can he Fukusia now? A Junod? Yeah, I guess that's a 5. Junod's
also
a
gives
9p.
you what 2 turns of rain?
No, 1 turn.
Or is it 1 turn? 1 turn.
Fukusia, Junod. But then killing the one on the back...
Could screw your Igni.
I guess it won't. We know that it won't. Chastity, charity, temperance, humility, and patience. He takes humility and sloth. In the deck, he has Triss, he has Ivar. He already played his Roderick. What did he get with Roderick? Ruin Mage. You obviously Compass here. I guess he's only thinking about does it Camby or not. Camby would be a big mistake because all this guy loses is 7.
There's no way. You can't Camby. Camby is a guaranteed loss.
Yeah, Camby is you saying the opponent doesn't have 3.
The leader alone will be
7
more
point.
than Camby, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually,
Oh,
unless Camby discards a bronze and it breaks
oh.
leader.
But he still has enough points after that to win.
I think so, yeah.
But does one hand? No, he goes for the solid. I mean, why would you risk it on that when you can Junod?
Yeah.
4 plus 6 plus
this is
5
still
plus 2.
More points.
That's 17-point Fukusia. Oh. I guess that was also a 5. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But this way, it's more
Now-
likely maybe to get an egg.
I think no matter what Cams does here, the Igni gets set up.
No, he can play the... Oh, because of the leader.
Doesn't...
Tortoise front row doesn't get an Igni. It's 19.
Oh wait, no, that's true, yeah.
So he could intentionally brick his leader to deny an Igni, but 17 points doesn't get him there. 17 plus 4, 21. 21 does get him there. Be 50, but the Igni goes past.
Wait, what's the passive on the leader for Cams?
4 boost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Oh, that's another play. He discards the Militant to deny the Igni. Wow. Now
Yeah,
he can do wow. Giga head. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
if the Milton got Ignied, then it would have just been basically giving 4 points to one hand, which you don't want to do. So instead we see this come down, which should be enough to take the victory, I think, by a little bit. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. So this card saves Cam's 4 points there.
I mean, if we talked about it for another, maybe you already thought of it, but if we talked about it for another 2 minutes, we probably would have come up with that play.
Mm.
But to know it in that situation, without even seeing your opponent's cards, I mean, that part's like, of course you put them on Igni, but
I mean, especially with a deck like that thins so much,
yeah,
like you're keeping track of cards, you know that there's only an Igni and a Feral Bond left.
Yeah.
I think even with the Decree getting discarded or something, like you know that they would have had access to Igni.
Yeah. Wow, what a game.
Very well played there from Cams.
Absolutely. All right, game 2. So this is going to be Cam's off the books. Oh, sorry, line pockets. Golden Necker deck against, I'm guessing, Cove? Because he did, well, no, that was somebody else. But I think Cove has a good chance of.
Yeah.
Just going off the passy game, it looks good.
Yeah, Cove seemed fairly favored in that.
Who plays Camby unironically? Lemon in 2022. You haven't played much this season, huh?
No, I'm not even proing. I've been
I'm forced
partly just
cast
studying
with amateurs, uni. Sam. Do you see my situation? Oh, I should click play. That might help. Sorry, because on I had the browser on top of it. I couldn't see.
Wait, was it my Chor got eaten by a Yaga? I think that's what that was from.
I did a date last week where I had chat challenge me to make a deck around a card. One of the cards was Yaga. Somebody donated $10. So I made a Yaga deck. And it played for like 30, 40 points both games. So
Yaga can be good. It can also be very bad.
I only heard the first half of that sentence.
Like Yaga against Knights can sometimes unironically smurf. Yaga
it was against like NG, and one player came out to my stream afterwards that they didn't know what that card did. They didn't realize what was happening because they played like a 5p card and made it tall, and I was like, why would they do that? Why would they play a spotter here? And they did. It's because they didn't know what Yaga did. They didn't know what happened to their card. That's how good Yaga is. People don't know the card. Townsfolk again. Cams really likes the Townsfolk. And I really like Cams, so I guess I like Townsfolk now. Cams always makes fun decks. I stole his Kiki Queen deck a couple seasons ago. Like, he's one of the people who brings what you would call meme decks to tournaments and does well with them. He brought a Death Wish deck with like lacerates and fork tails just to counter elves, and he had like 100% win rate with it.
Yeah, Forktails are like unironically in like a Deathwish EY type deck. Forktails smurf hard.
Yeah.
Also with if this was in like the open, I think it was running with like the Vran Warriors as well with the Forktails.
Yep. Ram Warriors and She-Troll and all that.
Yeah, which was
my favorite cards that I keep trying to make work. Which I will again be playing tonight in Friday Night Meme Play.
Yeah.
Both of you are required to attend. I'm casting this tournament. There. You will watch me play some piles.
I'll be there.
If I'm free, I'll be there. Yeah. But I'm a bit busier later today.
You and your social life.
Imagine having a social life. Imagine touching grass.
All right, so Nova comes down as the 6th card from Cams.
Does James have a Purify? Is there Cogsteel? No, there's just no real way to deal with the Nova on the side of one
Yep.
hand.
So
Bar comes down.
yeah, he can't afford to, I guess, lose the round because Siri was played, or and why don't you pass? Like, does Siri at 10 when the game round 2 starts at 10 cards? Does it really matter?
To travel, I mean.
Yeah. And having the extra 8 tempo going into round 2 if you get bled, I think one hand is still fighting for the round control here. Which I think they can. Because the thing with the Golden Necklace is, as you go deeper into round 1, it can get a little bit awkward for them. Because it is a bit of a combo list.
Plus, it
There
really
are some
wants a long
cards they
round.
just
So it can
can't
do a much
play,
better
yeah.
job of bleeding you in a long round than in a short round.
Yeah.
I do remember someone
And
telling me that if you can't win round 1, you still want to make them play cards.
Yeah. If it's a deck that's good in a longer round, you want to play into round 1 to shorten the round 3 a little bit. Even a turn or two that can matter quite a lot. So with the morale and the poisons coming out on the side of Cams, Bart's gone, rep Bart, and now one hand has still a bit of reach calculation. Can use double poison, can't kill the townsfolk, can't kill the Siri Nova. Look, I guess you could like poison the Salamander Abomination perhaps, but I think it would just get veiled in response with this Soul Mutagens if I remember correctly. It does have a veil option.
Yeah, plus it's always dangerous. Giving a poison to...
Yeah, I mean, the 3-turn cooldown. Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
Ooh. Okay, so that's how you win on even.
Yeah, but if you have to use Siggy, did you really win?
Yeah, it's real expensive. Siri Nova carryover is gone at the very least.
Yeah, that is a very... Okay, so Cam says, I'm summoning Best Boy, but he's still down. He needs to click leader twice. He didn't. Oh, he's saying, I don't mind winning down 2 cards. But that Scarab is only 1 drill hit.
Yeah, but you do need to play a crime first, potentially. I
Which
think...
you play dip.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now the poisons are open to sort of just have free reign from one hand. I don't see Cams winning this round. Catching up is hard. There's no spender on board. We saw this before. Was it? Yeah, it was
against
Cams
Passy,
against
yeah.
Wilson, right?
Yeah,
Or against Passy.
Yeah, he had 2 townsfolk that game. And they both had Veil.
But with no spender, wasn't really able to keep up in that round 1. And we're kind of seeing similar unfolding here.
Another shady vendor. Yeah, I guess. It's probably the most efficient way to get points. Plunder, I assume?
Yeah, plunder seems good.
And then middle option? Yep. Oh, now Mutagen can kill it. Kill the drill.
Yeah.
What?
Though by that point, it's probably a bit late anyways.
It also
Imagine
spends the coins, and he can lead her to get points.
Yeah, like imagine you just use Fist Tech here on the Savvy Huckster.
True. But Cam still also has bank. Like, I know you don't want to use it, but
yeah,
you also don't want to lose on even. Well,
is there a world in which you golden neck is this late to not lose on even?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like the reason you don't want to lose on even is because you don't want to get your golden necker bled. If you voluntarily bleed yourself, you still could lose, technically, depending on what you get.
It's probably, I would argue it's potentially better to lose round 1 like a card up than just have your golden necker bled out in round 2.
Well, he's not going to lose a card up. He's going to lose uneven.
Yeah. Which is, but if you spent your golden egg, you probably wouldn't be losing uneven. You'd be losing a card up.
Oh.
But anyways, we see the Storm Mutagens coming down to protect against the poisons from one hand, getting ahead by a little bit. So now this actually gets awkward for one hand. This Vistek Trafficker isn't enough. Because there's no good offensive poison.
You'd have the leader.
You can get the... Yeah, you have to either commit Bank or leader with the Trafficker. And there's no way you want to let Cams get out of the round this easy as one hand. Like,
I mean,
if
what do you do?
Yeah, probably just have to bank for something cheap to get ahead.
You don't. I mean, I would just pass at this point, but I did spend. You did spend Siggy and Drill. Yeah. He still has Junior, Jaw, Camelfart.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about the Disciple.
Okay, yep. I forgot the Disciples of Trafficker is enough. Whoops. Oh my.
You play Candle here? I play Candle here. Just greet the shit out of it. I mean, why not? Candle would have been enough.
Because you don't have Candle going into round 3.
Oh. Because you don't know if you win after you play Candle. I know that, like, well, because I don't know that either.
So here, Cams is basically thinking,
your last card's golden.
I either just, like, not spend here and I just force out last card, or I spend and try to actually win the round.
Mm.
The more Cams doesn't spend, the more coins he will keep for next round. And obviously just spend as much as possible.
How did Savvy Hoxer with Veil have vitality? Did he give it as much vitality as he could before he...
I think it came before, yeah.
So now it's like, do you bank for 11 points? I mean, you really only need 7 technically because of your leader, but he chooses to save bank. He says, if I don't have Siggy, I want bank, but yeah, I don't know. He could just get 2 with Golden Necker.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to feel really bad for one hand. Siggy's gone. You lost round 1.
Yeah, Cove needs a longer round for it to get going with, like, Orson.
Yeah.
Than Kekker does. Kekker is just... It can do all the points in 3 turns. I just open with Roland here. Or Townsfolk, one of the two. But if I play Townsfolk, I boost it up to 6 or to 5. 5, because then 2 coins carry over if you decide to pass. Oh, he just... I guess passing is the safer option.
Yeah. I think at this point you have more to gain from a longer round as Cams than one hand gets from a longer round.
So when people say Golden Necker Syndicate is hard, they're not talking about counting coins to 9. They're talking about all these little decisions of, like, do you keep playing? Like, when do you bank? Do you do this? Like, there was a lot of back and forth in that late round 1 that gives you very difficult decisions, right?
Yeah, and Cams did a really good job just holding strong, basically being like, I can stay in this just barely enough, but eventually it will work out and I will manage to outpace my opponent using outplays like the Stolen Mutagen's Veil to counter the poison. Like, that was really crucial at allowing Cams to just get slightly ahead.
Yeah, that's just his experience and, like, skill showing. He still has Drill. I forgot he still has Drill.
Yes.
And
granted, it will probably just get horsed, but there is still a Drill floating around for Cams.
Yeah, but a Drill getting horsed is a Roland living.
Yeah.
And he's a
also,
Candle.
It can get protected. So.
Oh my god.
If you spend on the Candle with 3 coins, the Drill goes up to 10, suddenly it's out of Horson range.
I should really just, like, jam 300 games with this Poison Kekker deck. Until I, like, get really good at it. Because I don't think it's going away.
Not for now. I mean,
it's rare enough in the
gotten a
meta that I don't
trickle of
think it's going to get
nerfs, but
more nerfs, but it's still very, very strong.
I don't know. I feel like it probably won't get nerfed yet, but I feel like in the next few months it might get another one or two.
Maybe like
But that's pure speculation.
2 seasons from now, people will revert back to it. The way that Assimilate would like go away and then just always bounce back somehow.
Yeah.
This is the new Assimilate. I was just thinking they buffed all the collusion stuff to buff Pirates Cove, but eventually we'll just play those new cards in off the book anyway. He's got Poison Brothers, Tunnel Drill, Crime, and Golden Necker. But then again, One Hand has Hamilfart and Jock and Senior, and Hamilfart's going to play for a lot here because of the lackeys.
And I guess
4
this
damage
is the
coming
downside
out.
of a Golden Necker deck, right?
What's
like,
that?
You can't play these high-end gold cards
Yeah.
like One Hand has in hand here.
That is
Like, you
true.
don't have access to this Shark, this Horse, and this Hemmelfart, because you can't play more than 9 provision cost. And
So
that may be enough to save One Hand.
Is Coxine a Salamander? No, he's Blind's Eyes. That's unfortunate. Why didn't he play the Gellert first? Oh, he's worried about the damage.
Horse and getting it.
Yeah. I guess the Roland being there is what matters because it gets him the coins to protect everything.
Yeah.
Kansas is seems very confident still. The way he's playing these cards. He didn't hesitate.
What did he not play? What's in his Kansas deck still?
Townsfolk and one
Townsfolk and a fist deck.
So that mutagen could have been a fist deck. And it would have... That's what you want. He would have killed Senior in 1 turn. Or the Inquisitor, I guess, maybe. He didn't poison the Inquisitor now because there's no point, but... Is that Inquisitor like 7 points? I guess you still kill the Senior. Never mind. Little Bird. It's getting the Blind Knights tag. So we got 1, 2, 3.
5 for 2.
These cut-ups. Okay. He's got all the tags. 5
Yeah.
for 2.
5 spending for 2 coins. I think missing just 1 tag, probably.
No. Oh, Crown Splitters? Yeah, he doesn't have...
Yeah. Yeah, because the max for Little Bird is 6 spend.
Oh, I've never even had 6. I thought 5 was the max. That's true.
No, because the pulling the strings could go up to 6, right?
Yeah.
So Little Bird would be the same.
Well, Little Bird is 1 base and then +1 for each gang.
Yeah.
Seizes. I guess, yeah, I see it.
Okay. Anyways, this drill.
Needs to play for all the points. What's in the deck
Yeah,
here?
it's
Seize? Oh, Shady Vendor is what you play, right?
yeah.
Shady Vendor back row for Seize? Depending on where it is in the deck. But, oh no, you can't seize a 10 anyway.
Yeah, I think Shady Vendor's Blind Ice, yeah, you can seize up to a 5, because that's how many gangs you have there for 1 hand.
You already had Blind Eye here.
Yeah. Yeah, still no, is it the Crown Splitter? Yeah.
Yeah, because you only have 1 Crown Splitter, so you guaranteed drill. So
yeah. If Blind Eye was a Crown Splitter, you could actually, if you rolled the pulling the strings, you could get up to like the 60s, but that's alternate universe stuff.
How about this one?
Congregation, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
6 points.
Yeah, the Jacques being fast one in the back row gets that extra token. Look,
7
as good as
points.
Drill is, I don't see it making this up.
So this is where, in hindsight, Cam's playing the, like, I guess we didn't know Jamie's hand in round 2, or I mean Cam's didn't. But looking back, shouldn't he have pushed?
Yeah, I think a push round 2. I mean, well, we know going to round 3 didn't work, so at least in retrospect, pushing round 2 would have been more correct.
Once again, I am proven right. For invalid reasons. I arrived at the right result. I always push round 2, regardless. Not for any good reason. I just like pushing.
So that's tied up 1-1 now. I think this is the matchup that Cams did not want as much. Now we have Cams on the golden neck aligned pockets against the Skellige Reckless Flurry on the side of one hand.
Is it a best of 3 or best of 5?
You're saying the starting game 3 just spoiled the outcome of game 2 for them.
I didn't say that. I said maybe.
Okay, I see.
I was like,
because people were from like Europe and stuff, it would be better to just do a best of 3 finals.
yeah.
And
Well, I
you'd
think
also
if
have
you're
to
doing
have
it all in a
decimation.
marathon like this, you can't really have much longer
Yeah.
finals. People get tired.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think there's any issue of.
You'd have to be changing for best of 5.
What's that?
You'd probably would have wanted players to submit an extra deck beforehand to do best of 5.
True.
Because assuming you
Yeah.
still do bans, which is normally what you do for best of 5, you'd need an extra deck for each player.
Yeah.
You can kiss my tail goodbye.
That's another problem with best of 5. Because I wanted people that were not like people who maybe don't play all the time but still want to play in a tournament. Like I still wanted them to feel like they could play.
Yeah.
Take on maybe a pro like Cam's.
That may even be amusing.
There's more than one pro in this tournament.
Well, I just mean like
Yeah.
Cam's, not like there's no other pros. Passy, I know is a pro.
Isn't Zoltan like Cam's brother, right?
I didn't know that. Cool.
I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
didn't
sure
know
that is the case. I think I remember someone said it. I could be wrong though. But Zoltan is also quite a good player who unfortunately went out in round 1. Cool. So if that coral ping went somewhere else,
Yeah, he
we
could have
seen
just
a
clicked
leader come
rain.
out to
I was just thinking that too.
Well, yeah, you could even just click the leader there with trying to combo with the rain to kill the Geller, and Cams would have been quite upset.
But that could have backfired too.
Yes, that is kind of putting your
2 out of 3 have to hit.
hopes in RNG.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, I play Brockcore Warrior here, easy. Just remove points from the board. Place for 7.
Yeah, sets up the Junod onto Roland.
Yeah, I mean, I would do that and click rain. Like, you just want to have. Reckless Flare wants to have as few points on the opponent's board as possible to make the leader more impactful or reliable. Especially when there's an immune unit like Saskia or, in this case, Gellert.
And the nice thing is that now one hand can get literally any bronze warrior in the game off of the feral bond.
Not anymore.
Okay, never mind. Actually, it still can because the bloodthirst from the wolf.
Oh, right, because
still
he didn't
counts.
play any Highland Warlords. That's true.
Yeah.
And he can put it in the rain so that even after Roach dies, it gets value.
Yeah.
And he gets 2 points back. Kitty kick.
Exactly. So.
I mean, I know you're not implying that this card is too strong, but someone hearing you say all this might think that 13 for 4 is too much.
I don't know if I'd say the card is too strong, but I'd say it's definitely very good.
That's lemon for OPAF. I'm just translating, sorry.
So I feel like Ferrobond is the play you take here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious that because there's so many options, you could really go with like anything here. Could just be another Proc warrior, perhaps,
Usually
but
is.
there's not really good targets.
This is the most
Berserk makes
points.
sense.
And it's more likely to hit the Geller.
Yeah. Get the wolves, get the gather hit.
I would have played the Marauder. It's less points, but it's more damage. It's 1 more point of damage.
Man's got the wares if you've got the coin.
If you really, if what matters to you is killing Gellert. But if that was really the case, he would have just leadered once or twice.
Yeah.
And it would have made cards like this better and Rain better. And yeah, you just kill it now anyway.
Yeah. So the scary thing here is Cams is sort of set up to win on even. We may have to see the serve come out this round.
Yeah, like Cams
one
doesn't
hand
have
stay
Squirrel,
ahead.
so why not?
Yeah.
Play it and then go round 3 with Compass. You kill everything anyway, don't you?
Yeah, especially with the Blindheim brothers both out, it makes the long round from Cams a good bit less scary.
Yeah, because Drill isn't as much of a threat to Reckless Flurry.
I guess that was a rope and a half.
I assume it was, because here
Ouch.
comes the poison. And all the coins in the world.
Yeah.
I just drop the candle here and go for the 2-0. But
That's
because I want it to be over.
I'm sorry.
No. I don't mean it like that. I just mean like I'm so pumped from watching these games. I want to go play some Reckless Flurry now. I'm jonesing for some Gwent.
the morale coming out is quite a big commitment. With the guy that spend up should be enough to get ahead.
I mean, it's Morale's gonna do the most here, since
Yeah.
you've already played the Poison Brothers. Like, how much is it gonna do later? It's never gonna live.
Yeah.
You might as well do it now, where you get extra coins and you can boost it, which he chose not to, because he's fine getting an Erendite for some reason, or Junotted.
Yeah, there's a few ways to deal with it.
He wants that extra leader charge, maybe. He's like, go on. I mean, a few people have told me that Morale is usually just, they're like, when we were doing friendlies and stuff, they're like, oh no, I played the Morale because it's a throwaway card to me. I want you to use removal on it. Because nothing else depends on Morale. Like, sure, if you don't kill it, it's good. I get a second poison, but it's the order isn't as important as the removal required to remove it, right?
Also, another thing here is, like, again, we're in around 1, and Cams is starting to struggle a bit for spenders.
That's just how he plays this deck, I think.
Yeah.
He just relies on Gellert and...
Do you feel the weight of your sins? Does it hurt? Does God's judgment fill you with guilt, torment? There.
So the serve comes out. Basically has to be paired up with this Unod be saying to get the kill. Ought to be enough to get one hand out of the round, I would be imagining. Because, yeah, these poisons are kind of lacking for value, and there comes the candle. So, Cam's recognizing I have no spender. I don't really want to spend candle here, but I do need a spender, so out comes candle and Nickers as well. There's the best boy.
Perfect timing as usual.
Yep.
Counts as
Raiding the
getting some
battlefield for those
well-timed
treats.
not showy Knickers, you know, where it comes out after you've passed, but always when he's like, he could really use extra 3 points right now. Knickers is like, I'm here for you.
What determines when Knickers comes out?
10% chance per card missing from your hand. So if you have 9 cards in your hand, at the end of your turn, there's a 10% chance. If you have 5 cards in your hand, then you pass as a 50% chance.
I wish it told you that.
Where's the fun in that? It just says it may raid the battlefield.
It took months for us to know, like, that was actually what Knickers did.
I love the mystery. Like, I liked it better in World of Warcraft before all the stuff was theory crafted, and there was these like urban legends, and I heard so and so does this rotation and it works better. Like, to me, like, it's so much more fun in this, like, not knowing the underlying code of something than when it gets min-maxed to like, okay, this is a known game. This is has a known answer. It's tic-tac-toe now. It's not fun anymore. It's an execution game, right?
One hand gets the pass. Barely, but the pass is there.
Yeah, but at this point, you've used 3 leader charges.
Yeah. But I think it's, oops, sorry. I think it's too risky to like play this Hafru now. And you don't want to spend the Raging Bear either.
Yeah, I guess Cam's could have easily gotten there. Yeah.
Yeah, Cam's has a huge leader advantage here, also keeping that 4 coin carryover into round 2.
He did use a lot of this candle though. That's 6.
Yeah.
But
Candle now isn't doing a whole lot. Can protect drill, I suppose.
One hand desperately
how big
needs
is the Erendite?
Erendite is 9.
9. So
he really needs Sigdrifa.
Yes.
There it is.
Ask and ye shall receive. So how protected will this townsfolk be? Not very.
Yeah, but do you want to waste your Erendite on it? You don't.
Yeah, you don't.
And you can't. There's nothing in Feral Bond that kills it. So he actually doesn't even have to leader to protect it. There's no gutting slash in this list, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a different story if one hand still had 1 leader charge, but without the leader charge, there's not much that can be done.
That's one of the big weaknesses of these kind of Sov tempo decks. Is initially I didn't realize it, but I started to, after like losing to them so many times, figured out that they only have X amount of removals. They have a lot less removals than you'd expect from a deck like this, and so a lot of your stuff you can.
And a lot of their removals are based around combining pings. Like, there's no just gutting slash. Like, they can't just kill a 4-point townsfolk, which in open deck list is kind of critical because they can just play a townsfolk on an empty board like this if you don't have a leader.
Yeah, I mean, if I was playing this, I would want a gutting slash just for, but I get it. There's not a lot of room exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what do you cut? Nothing. You'd have to downgrade a bear to a half room, which this list already. Oh yeah, this list.
Yeah, you could change a Feral Bond for a gutting slash, I suppose.
No.
Not really what you want to do.
I would downgrade a bear to a Hafru because 4 points less in round 1 is worth, to me, having the gutting slash for what I needed. Because it's a 6 removal in a lot of situations. The drill is bigger than Sova already.
Yeah.
And
there's no way Erendite can kill the drill either.
No, and I bet you Camp knows exactly what the Erendite's at. Because it was played in round 1, he could just keep track of it.
Yeah.
So, Erendite was used to kill.
I don't even think there was really enough turns. Like, maybe if it was ticking every single turn, it could have killed the tunnel drill here, but I think it would have been a.
No, nine cards round 1, and 2 here. Yeah, it would have. It was like missing.
Yes, it would have been just short. Yeah. There's the Serenova, still holding on to the Golden Echo for round 3. The Sov is out. Still has a second Erendite for round 3, I believe, on the side of one hand.
No, but he has to draw the Golden Echo, though. He used Bank.
Yeah.
He's representing that he has Golden Echo in his hand, which might get one hand to misplay.
Yeah. I think one hand has no has just used the second Erendite, right?
Yeah.
Use the second Sov.
So he plays his Feral Bond. If he doesn't get ahead by a lot, Cam's is going to play the Plunder. And then he's stuck with
Yeah.
Burna and Compass.
Yeah. And you
Am I-
can't play Compass because, well, you don't have a deck for round 3 at that point.
You got nothing.
You might need to pray for the burner to be good.
I mean, Burna will be good, but he could also get you an Igni.
Yeah.
This is really sad, by the way, for one hand. All 3 discard targets are still in the deck.
Yeah.
That is some terrible. This is why you'll never see me play Golden Necker discard decks. I get mad. Yeah, I see. He did not expect that last card. That's brilliant. I'm convinced that Bank was like he was representing his last card as Golden Necker.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge risk he took, but it has to have a payoff, and the payoff is this.
Yeah, the mind games. And here you force out. Ooh, how deep are we going?
This is the kind of stuff people don't do to you on the ladder. Well, not
Yeah.
usually. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah, tournaments really are just a whole different beast.
because you can play with their knowledge of your cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, and notice how Cam's back row here is precisely 19 points.
Again.
Has an extra coin, but didn't spend on the Oxenfurt Naturalist to play around the Igni.
He should ditch these 2, right? Yeah, because he draws everything. With Compass, it will be 5 cards. So he should discard the Compass.
I think unless maybe he's thinking, does he need the skirmisher? He needs the skirmisher points, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a 1-point gain over here.
Yeah. I was gonna say, otherwise you could save the skirmisher and try and do like a burner around 2. Sorry, a Fukushi into like a burner or coral or something.
see.
But
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of that at all. So now it all comes down to whether or not Cams gets Golden Necker.
yeah, I think if Cams gets Golden Necker, that's just game.
There's also 8 points of carryover. And there's the Golden Necker and Royal Decree. The location will get mulliganed immediately because, yep. And now...
This is looking good for Cams. He is down a card. That is the silver lining here for one hand.
No, he's up 2 cards. Come on.
Okay, let me rephrase that. One hand has last say.
Okay, this time we're going to see the combi play at least.
Don't know if that will matter or not, but yeah. Okay, there's, yeah. So Caps probably will still play around the Igni, although one
This
hand has
surrender is
opted
looking
to
so
get rid of
sad
the
this
Igni.
tournament.
Yeah.
All this anti-Reaver tech is just looking so sad. No one brought Reavers. Everyone...
No one brought Reavers. I checked.
I think I spied at least one mobilization list, though it might not have been Reavers.
Let me check.
Oh, no,
I know there
that's-
was the Northern Realms, but I don't think it was Reavers.
It was Pincer, I think, maybe.
Oh wait, that's Pincer, but wait, no, hold on. Wait, that's okay. Look at that after. We should be focusing on the game.
Yes, this is not over.
There was a mobilization,
Okay.
so there might have been a. I thought I saw it. Oh. No, it's pincer maneuver.
Just play the surrender, man.
Yes,
No,
Soda
he goes
Kandan
for
did
combi.
take a.
It's actually the
Reavers
correct
list.
play. Oh, no. He goes for Fukushi. Combi here would have won, by the way. I mean, he doesn't know that the right card is the Golden Necker, but
Yes, but at this point you probably should have just risked it.
he just goes for max
Yeah,
points,
that's the
hoping there's
burner.
no Golden Necker, hoping his opponent
Look-
missed the Golden Necker.
The burner is good points. Granted, I don't know if the Igni gets targeted.
That's a 20-point play, but that's not nearly enough to deal with Golden Necker. I don't think.
Maybe Igni can carry, maybe. But even then, the
Cams
surrender
is not
kinda
going to play
has
into Igni
anti-synergy.
for the first time in the tournament.
Yeah, I don't think so. And look, maybe there's too many points, it becomes forced, but with the surrender coming down, I don't see it being the case.
So it's like, do you go this and play into surrender, or do you go this and play into Igni? Because he knows the last cards. He knows what they are.
Yeah. Or do you just take, how many coins do you have? Do you just take the disciple? No, you take the jackal for sure.
He's running out of time, but I guess he has at least another round.
Come off. Just take the whole finger.
Yeah.
Decides to play melee row even though he knows there's a surrender.
Yeah. You kind of don't care too much, I think, about the surrender here.
That's just, it would have been too, if he put it in the range row.
Well, because this is to make the split for Igni better. You've kind of forced the surrender front row, which allows you to play whatever from Decree on the front row, and then you're able to spend on the Sea Jackal back row. At least that's my thinking here.
No, that's great. Another failed experiment. So he can even poison something.
Yeah, so you can spend 4 coins to kill a 6th, which worth it, I would say.
Because there's a few,
and that's game.
Because there's no Iggy. Wow. Those were really close games.
Yeah.
So Cam's won?
Cam's won, yeah.
Congrats, Cams!
Very well played. Like, that last round was quite tight from both sides, playing around exactly what they knew each other person had. And Cam's, I think, was just one step ahead.
Yeah, he really showed his like experience and just confidence. Just seemed it never seemed like, even when we thought he was in trouble, he was like, no, it's fine. That was a really enjoyable series of games, actually. I didn't expect to like it that much. Thank you so much, RestoKiki. Everybody, a huge shout out. I mean, you're gonna hear this in 5 minutes, but Resto organized this. He posted on Reddit. He supplied the prize fund. Everything. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing it again when I get paid. So.
Well, you should open up some sort of crowdfunding thing. People will contribute. I'm happy to tell my viewers.
I don't think I'm allowed to do that. I don't think.
No, you can't charge.
I believe crowdfunding is fine. You just can't charge pay to enter. I'll double check the community guidelines, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Okay, I'd be down to do that if people would want to crowdfund for it.
Yeah, you can just you can say I'm putting up the X amount, and then say anybody who wants to contribute will. And then I have had some viewers who love this kind of content, and would, I think, whatever, they throw in $5 or something, and it's good for the scene, I think.
Yeah.
Lemon, as always, I really enjoy casting with you. I always learn something, and have a really good time.
Thank you for casting, both of you.
No problem. Yeah, thank you so much, Lemon. Just jumping on with no advance notice. You're like, I'm here.
Yeah. Lemon, also, thank you for all your help in setting this up. I don't think I could have done it without your help. So
I didn't do much at all. I just answered a question or two. You did a lot of the organization yourself.
Yeah, but those questions were kind of big for me.
I'm gonna.
No worries at all.